Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tumbleweeds and Tombstones, the game where my players keep accusing me of trying to kill them, and I let them know that they're already dead.
It's true.
Welcome back, everybody. We're getting ready to play right before Valentine's Day weekend, and for everyone out there, we love you.
I don't know
Aww.
them. Did they buy me a drink?
When has that ever stopped you before? All right. When last we joined the Obsidian Spurs, you guys had left the Lucky Horseshoe Ranch with a new horse that Wea had traded up for, and moved into town to try and suss out where the Lonely Coyote was. On entering town, you saw that it was very much a trading town. It was very much a town that had built out of necessity from having the train come through here. So the train yard being a very big part of the town, a lumber yard that's near it where they do a lot of trading there. Lots of little merchant shops and outposts and trading shops just for doing wares. And then built from that seems to be the saloons and the restaurants and the entertainment for the workers, and then the private residences coming out of that, and then the ranches that expand out. As you entered the town, Bartleby decided that he was going to go off and kind of look around, probably do what he does with a little bit of pickpocketing. And you guys found an older woman who was stopping everybody and asking if they had seen her husband, if anyone had seen him or had heard of him. And she stopped you all and let you know that her husband had been missing for a few days. And that while he had been on the drunken bender in the past, this seemed a little bit longer than normal, hence her worry. She gave you a physical description of a guy with blue eyes, long white beard, and a rather risque tattoo on his arm of a scantily clad woman on top of a set of a royal flush of cards.
I wrote his name down. His name is Eugene.
Indeed. You guys said you would let her know if you saw Eugene as you kind of scoped out. You did hear a bit of a ruckus and you decided to go down as you saw the Lonely Coyote, and you got the idea that the name of the building was because on the rows of buildings on either side, this building stood apart from the rest, kind of in the middle of a cross section of roads. And it was a 2-story building, seemed to have quite a bit of a crowd gathered around it. You guys did some reconnaissance, realizing that there really is only one way in and out, that the other rooftops and everything were kind of far, that if you didn't have supernatural abilities, it would be difficult to get onto the 2nd-story balcony or the roof. With a little bit more observation, you realize that people were presenting different colored poker chips and gain a special treatment from the bouncers at the door. Other people were allowed to come and go, but it seemed like those people with the poker chips were getting the preferred treatment. You guys tried to fake it with some of Atrus's stolen poker chips off of the train to only realize that only ones that had the Lonely Coyote insignia on them were the ones that meant anything to the bouncers. With a bit of acting and playing off of her new handicap, Adele was able to catch the eye of a very nicely dressed gentleman who offered a token and a chip for entrance. One by one, you all filed into the building, spread out in various areas. Realize that most of the people in here are upper business class at best, and working class for the vast majority of people there, but people at least were clean for the most part and had at least dressed up a bit. And he realized that there was a gambling tournament going on and different champion and prizes for different types of games. But the one that seemed to be kind of exclusive, as you guys kind of looked out for the gentleman that had been seen coming in, was the poker tournament. You also noticed one guy getting kicked, an older guy, not Eugene, getting kicked out of the establishment, who was yelling something about, take it back. I don't want it anymore. You got to let me back in there. And to the point where the bouncers had to drag the guy around the corner to presumably have a very casual talk with the gentleman.
Percussive persuasion.
Through some gambling and betting, you were eventually able to make your way over to the area where the young man was doing his bets, and convinced him to give you a very special token that you see him only give out to a couple people of a black and silver poker chip, saying that he has a very exclusive game at a later date that chip would gain you access. Let's see what else. Am I missing anything? I'm pretty sure that was the majority of. Other than that, you guys were going to lay in wait for midnight for when you were expecting, hopefully, Kasim to come in for the clandestine meeting.
Well, it's because Liam did some whammying on the bar owner and got the names off of all the books and figures that the table it's registered for Mr. White.
Mr. White.
Yes.
The best likelihood for the spy against Mr. Black.
Correct. And you guys were starting to come up with a plan of how you were going to have this clandestine meeting with Mr. White. And also kind of deciding what you're going to do with him once you find him, as you were only tasked by Mr. Black to acquire evidence of who this was with some proof. And it's up to you guys to decide whether you want to do that by dragging this guy kicking and screaming back or by some other means. And that's where we left off. So let's go ahead and jump into this episode of Tumbleweeds and Tombstones.
Yay!
So what time is it? Because I know our meeting with this guy who still has gone unnamed happened at 11:30, and the meeting with Mr. White is
No,
technically.
he gave us his name. His name is George Wells.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
My notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I asked if he's related to.
That's right. I forgot those jokes were made.
Oh, it wasn't a joke. I was genuinely wondering if he was.
I know you were. We jokes about other Wells.
Not related to H.G. Wells, but it turned out he was an ancestor of Orson Welles, the voice of Brain from Pinky and the Brain.
Taking over the world.
True facts.
Well, if he was related to H.G. Wells, you would be about a year too soon. But
Too soon, Sean. Too soon.
Wait, are we in storyteller? Are we in the room where we just met with George, or are we like out of that?
you guys kind of got up and left. So
They were like, okay, we're together.
Oh, and then I did tell I told Atris to watch the video because she noticed something the rest of us didn't.
that is right.
Ooh, seems to be an interesting fellow, isn't he? I did notice. Not sure if you guys caught it too. He was wearing a pin. I think it resembled a head of sickles, I believe. Does that mean anything to you guys?
Other members at this can go ahead and make a wits plus occult roll. Standard difficulty because of the assist from Atris.
Yeah.
Drop that.
Roll all those dice. I have a success.
Oh, 4.
Standard
Cool. Standard diff.
diff?
2. What was that? Where? I didn't hear you.
2.
2. Okay. It takes a little bit time for you, Walter, but eventually you catch up to everyone else, and you guys actually remember in the one book of one of the captains of the Inquisition
Way back.
that was talking about mages and other humanoid magic users in the area. There was a group of mages known as the Order of Kronos. And as a matter of fact, one of their members was one of the prisoners that was in the cells alongside Geneva and the others. One of the ones that you chose not to rescue. And
Wow.
whose body was missing when you came back into the cells. And you realize that the Order of Kronos, that was their symbol. The 2 sickles that are shaped in such a way that makes it look like an hourglass.
Oh. Huh. Any of y'all catch the name of the guy that was down on the mission when we were there?
Guy?
Oh,
The Cronus guy?
From that group of magic-y fellas. One that dusted that vampire?
Can't say I remember the name of that mage.
I don't think we got it, but guess we can't just go back in there and if we see him again later, just say, yeah, we didn't save your friend whose name we don't know from there, but we kind of did. We set the stage for him to be saved. Kind of.
Well, we at least have a familiarity with this clan, this person, and perhaps somehow an interest from the Inquisition with this clan, but not connected to this establishment here. So at the very least, we have those 2 connections.
Kind of hard to claim the credit, but he seems to like us already anyway, so at least we got that.
Best not muddy those waters.
I don't think I want to be on their
we have.
bad side.
No.
Adele, you got 4 successes, correct?
Yeah.
I'll say, in addition to what the others just remembered the name of the Order of the Kronos and that they are a group of human mages. I'll say at 4 successes, you've heard of this group before, and you read I'll say that you read a little bit more of that journal. You found it interesting, so Adele in her free time read.
I still could.
Yeah. At least allegedly, their abilities all seem to be around time manipulation, speeding it up, slowing it down, astral projecting their consciousnesses to the future or past, and the notes, because the generals all did this as the captains and the general did this all as from a military aspect of how do you take these guys are adversaries. What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? What are their battle tactics? What are the counter maneuvers to use against these guys? And one of the things that makes them so hard to fight, at least any of them that are all not novices, is that if they're able to see into the future even just a few seconds, they're basically able to counter anything. Okay, you're about to shoot, so they know exactly where to dodge. It's not that they're fast enough to dodge the bullets. It's that
they know where it's going.
They know the trajectory before it's even happening, kind of thing. So that's what makes them extremely difficult to fight, is that one of their more common abilities is having that split second of knowing something's going to happen a second before it does, kind of like almost like a spidey sense kind of
right
thing. Voodoo.
In the extreme now, this was just rumored, it hadn't been confirmed by the captains. the highest echelons of their order can actually do things like freeze time and then do what they wanted to do when
Gotcha.
time is frozen around them and things like that.
Okay. Fun.
Oh, well then, should we adjourn to find Mr. White's table?
Well, I suppose we have how long to the meeting?
It's relatively soon. Now, I'm only asserting that it's Mr. White's table. There are two other tables at this time. The Masterson and the Baltus parties will also be having meetings at midnight. So we can hedge our bets on Mr. White, but I'm not certain. I'm just presuming that this person is snide and making a remark against their employer.
Which,
Not all of us have to be at the table.
I don't think they're gonna expect 5 gentlemen and ladies to be present at such a meeting if they just had these two fellas in the train with the card. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're showing up to buy a timeshare.
Oh, if I have to sit through one of those presentations.
We should probably observe the other meetings too.
And so then it's,
Yes, I guess.
at least one other person should stay with me and visit Mr. White. And although Atris being unseen might be the best bet since they are of your clan.
Well, I could definitely keep myself cloaked, although I wouldn't need to find an area to do so. So nobody sees me. Otherwise, I'll have to.
Where we are with the Wells guy, were we kind of enclosed?
Yeah. So how the layout on the second floor kind of works is it's a rectangular shaped catwalk essentially that has tables, like little circular tables that can seat 2, kind of scattered around so that way people can sit there next to the balcony and look down at stuff going on. And then on the other side of the walkway across are little booths that have been kind of carved out with curtains on them that kind of make individual. If the curtains are open, you're still kind of part of things that are going on. If the curtains are drawn, it gives you a little bit of privacy for meetings and stuff like that. And then on the left and right, going all the way to the back of the building, there are hallways that seem to have doors on either side that are the second story rooms. And then I'd say on the edge that's closest to the front, there is actually a sort of a French doorway kind of thing that leads out to the front balcony to be outside.
Fancy. Maybe we should have Atris spy on the 2 that were not attending, so we don't shock anyone at the other one. Maybe.
Also true.
I can at least keep invisible and out of sight, so in case there's trouble around, I can at least sneak up on them.
Atris keeping tabs on one of the other parties is probably the best bet to get the most information we can.
I agree. So we would have Mrs. Masterson and Mrs. Baltus's table. The only Mr. is Mr. White.
And we know where these meetings are going to be held.
Yeah, I got the full layout of the where the meetings are from the owner actually earlier.
Nice. How did you? You know what? I'm not even gonna ask how you did that.
I had him look me deep in the eyes. He was very forthcoming at that point.
Oh, those deadly eyes of yours. That name doesn't matter to me. I can take what's the first one? Miss Masterson.
Yes.
How are we gonna explain? How are we gonna explain the 2 of us big dudes' presence at any of this? I'm gonna look over at Wea.
No, it's
mean,
not necessarily unheard of for people that are a bit wealthier to have escorts, especially a young woman of such beauty that is also currently unable to see.
Do
uh,
we want to keep up the ruse that I have an escort?
Seems to work for us so far.
I can also go with Atris and do what we did on the train and hide myself with her obfuscation.
Hmm.
Absolutely, if you'd love to.
Little owl.
Not meaning to offend, Miss Adele, but I don't think it's an act that you maybe need an escort at this point in time. So we're not lying to anyone.
You are
Problem solved.
technically correct. As far as they know, I do in fact need an escort.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
later we'll tell you too, so that you know. But for now,
Easy.
I'll act the part.
Usually be convincing when you are the boss.
And if something were to happen where I am meeting with the white party, I will go ahead and use my abilities to summon one of you so you know that there's trouble. Agreed?
Understood.
If we realize something shady, I'll do the same.
Splitting the party.
But doing it in a smart way this time and preemptively
And
knowing what the signal will be.
we're in the same building.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
well.
right, so this time Adele only gets swarmed by like 3 Shimmisy. She now has an ear in the center of her forehead.
So, Atris, I know before I had to be in a bag. This time I wonder if I could just be on your person and see if that
Like on my shoulder?
precisely.
Trying to get up close and personal.
So I'm gonna find a place where I can hide or be for like 18 seconds.
Yeah, if we're not already obscure from public view,
Oh yeah, if we're already in our
location.
own area, I'll just kind of hide a little bit.
Where give me a perception plus survival roll.
Ooh, this is good. And is it perception based or sight based? Sorry, it's perception, but I'm not using.
Yes, it is sight based.
Okay.
It is sight based. Your perception is indeed perception based.
Yeah. 4 successes.
Okay. You look around up here and you see a couple of the alcoves that are currently not occupied. You get the idea that if you and Atris were to go into one of those and close the blinds, you would have at least visual privacy.
And I'll kind of nudge over and walk over and bring Atris with me. Kind of peek my head through one of the doors to make sure nobody's in there. And if it's clear, I'll go there and draw the blinds. And I will spend 1 blood point in 18 seconds. And I am a small, adorable owl again.
Okay. You go ahead and spend as Atris, you see it as you've seen it many times, where kind of like the cover of one of those Animorphs books, like, you know, he's slowly shrinking down and suddenly this giant hulking scarred Native American warrior shrinks down to this little couple ounce Eastern screech owl that fits on the table.
For those of you who are a bit younger, Animorphs is a book series where people turn into animals.
It was also a TV show.
And a couple of video games.
Good show in the 90s.
They can Google it.
Yeah, I think they had a Game Boy Color game for that.
I'll kind of just flutter myself up onto Atris's shoulder and like nestle in and find a good spot.
You fluff up your feathers.
And get all comfortable.
You kind of give like little owl biscuits into her shoulder.
And with that, Atris will go into obfuscate.
Okay. It's a little hard to tell. I'll say go ahead and give. It's kind of hard to tell if it's working on yourself, kind of deal. Because remember, you're not actually turning invisible. It's a mass hypnosis kind of thing.
Right.
I'd say give me a perception plus awareness roll.
Wow, that's a 0.
Hard to tell. Hard to tell whether it succeeded or not.
Well, we'll find out.
Yeah, we will.
Atris will walk around and where we appeared back to the group to kind of confirm whether or not she's being seen or not.
Okay. Atris, you're aware that like opening the curtains would probably like break the obviously because you're physically in.
Okay, I wasn't past the curtain shit. Okay, then I wanted.
Now, if you want to try and slip without like fully opening them, if you want to just try and slip out, I'd say go ahead and give me a Dex plus Stealth difficulty 8.
Sure.
I mean, wouldn't they have to pass by us in theory first?
Yes. You guys are just all kind of at this point awkwardly standing around this one. At this point at night, you're pushing it being like around 11 o'clock because you guys have been gambling for a bit and everything else. So it's pushing a little past 11.
It's a little bit later because the meeting with Mr. Wells was at 11:30 and Mr. White.
That's right.
Ooh,
So I would say
Sorry,
at this point you're looking at it being close to like 11:45, 11. Like you're getting pretty close to game time. There's still people in here, though. It's not completely abandoned, but there's not the giant crowd there was before.
David has a question about the roll.
Yes.
Real quick, what was the difficulty again?
8.
8. Damn it. Okay, 1 success then.
Okay. You come out. At one point, your foot kind of gets caught in one of the curtains. It's not your most graceful moment, but you're able to kind of slip out a little bit. You guys are all looking and you see a very clear owl that's floating on this. It's kind of one of those things of you see Atris and then like parts of her kind of go opaque at times. It's very much you get the idea that if anything that's on her, like her clothing, her stuff, is affected by obfuscate, but as a completely separate entity and not inside anything, it's not in this level of the ability is not an area effect. On top of that, Wea physically interacting with her is throwing off her obfuscate, where you see her and then parts of her kind of shimmer out and go opaque.
Never seen an owl fly like that before.
God damn it.
And then as Atris, you notice that they're all staring very blankly at you. I'm going to go ahead and make a little roll here.
Oh boy.
I'm tiny and inconspicuous.
Okay. You hear from all of you as you're about to, comment on this, you hear a clatter of a serving tray behind all of you. As you see one of the servers go, as she's looking at this.
Is she close to me?
Yeah, I mean, she's literally right behind you guys. She was coming up the stairs and turned the corner and sees this shimmering female figure with an owl floating on its shoulder.
Walter whips around and helpfully goes,
I'm going to attempt to awe her real quick.
Okay. Go ahead and make the roll.
And can I attempt to hide? And after seeing that reaction and knowing that, like, you know what, maybe this did not work.
Sure, Wea, go ahead and
just find can I just fly into the curtain and just like hide myself into the
X
curtain?
plus stealth.
All right.
Your owl stats.
Owl stealth, superior stealth.
I mean, it actually is pretty good stealth.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's pretty good. Dex plus stealth. It actually
Yes.
doesn't have a stealth. I figured it would just be mine.
Yeah, we'll use that.
Okay,
And
well,
you're quite small.
I mean, I am pretty tiny. My stealth is only 1.
I got 1 success, but that's all I need for 1 person.
Okay. You have awed the person.
Now, my dear, I apologize. You seem a bit stressed out. Have you been working too hard?
And she's looking at you as you are the most interesting thing, even with your go face.
Ass.
Your sultry voice coming out of what is the human equivalent of a burlap sack.
It's grotesquely fascinating features.
Right. I could get lost in your zits all day. She's looking at you. I have been working very hard.
Now I can tell that it is obviously wearing on you. Now I know if I haven't slept in quite a while, I see shimmers and spots. Is that what's happening to you?
I don't know. Atris, what are you doing during all of this?
She is aware that she might have been seen, so she's going to make sure she has her obfuscate off. And if it's, I don't know if she'd be aware if she's aware. She actually, you know what? She can use Banish to the Mind's Eye to make it just for to be on the safe side.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do Banish to the Mind's Eye just to reinforce my my obfuscate to keep myself invisible.
Okay, you can go ahead and do that. Leia has now flown off of you, so at least there's not that interference with another physical presence.
Is
go ahead
Atris like? Is this proximity close enough that Atris would probably have heard this loud clattering?
Oh yeah, I mean the person's like literally 5 feet away
train?
from her. Yeah.
Oh, I thought she was across the way.
No, how it went is there's literally there's
Okay.
the staircase leading up, and then your group that's like right clustered over here to the left.
Yeah, I just thought she went further away.
3 successes.
Okay, Leia, how's your stealth roll?
I got 2 for stealth.
That's good enough. You flutter away. Go.
There is no owl.
Atris, remind me how your success rate goes.
So 3 or fewer means I do not vanish, but become ghost-like. More than 3 means I completely become invisible.
Okay, so and you got how many successes?
3.
She's looking at you, but you see the beads of sweat start to appear, and she's going pretty pale. I think I've seen a ghost.
A ghost? Now, my dear, this is a bar. There are many spirits here.
Walter groans.
He's gonna, let's see how her willpower is. Not bad, actually. Okay. She pries herself away from looking at you, Liam, and she goes, I think I need to go back to the kitchen, and she kind of scuttles away down the stairs.
Well, that could have gone better. Unfortunately, I don't think it works quite with our owl friend being atop you. It seems inside your bag is the best bet.
Atris will look around real quick to make sure if it's not safe for her to deobfuscate in front of people, that you would like want to turn a corner again and reappear.
I will make you roll. I'll say that you go ahead and you go behind the corner, you re-up obfuscate, and you come back, and your group doesn't seem to be tracking you, so you feel like you are well obfuscated.
Oh, well, that's annoying.
Do you say that out loud?
Right, and then
my intention was to, because I'm obfuscated, to get out of view, go back into view, and then walk back out there, so I'm not popping up out of nowhere in front of anyone. Because my intention was to reappear so I can converse with everyone.
Reappear. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, so you do that, you reappear, you come back to the group in plain sight.
Well, at least we know you can't be on top of me, so at least then it should pay me. And in any case, I guess we'll have to go back to the bag.
Where you can hear
Poor
them.
Waya.
I was about to say,
Confined to the
pretty sure I
bag.
can hear this. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, not the bag again.
The bag of shame.
The owl bag. Okay. Well, if she's like there waiting for me, I'm not just gonna like come out of where I'm hiding and fly over to her. But if
Yeah,
she's
we'll
right in
just go
front
back
of me,
to
yeah, I'll
we'll go back to plan A, and we'll just do what we were gonna do before. Go hide ourselves, stuff. Well, not stuff them, but gracefully put them in the bag, and then our Atris would obviously.
she'll give me the bag, put me in the bag.
All right, you gently pick up this little fluffy softball and put it in your bag, and then re-obfuscate.
It's the bag for you.
The
Get in the
ASPCA does
bag.
not condone stuffing owls into a bag.
No owls were hurt in the making of this episode. My invisible owl.
Adele and Liam are going to have like a shopping episode where they go and find a bag with very nice lining, so that way it's a little bit more comfortable for Whale when he gets shoved in.
A specific little owl bag.
Oh,
something padded, with like cheap fur or something.
has like nice felt in the middle.
There you go.
Like just rub against.
But does Walter, are you comfortable taking the Baltus party's table?
Yeah, if you don't want me to be your bodyguard. I thought I was maybe escorting one of y'all.
Well, you're definitely
And
escorting
having-
Adele. I mean, we can.
Well, you might want to ask the Miss Barreto here. She's the lady of the hour in terms of whichever table we take.
Well,
What name did you say she is now? Miss
There's the Mastersons that Atris is going to view, and then the Baltus party.
Miss Baltus, or we're meeting Miss Baltus, aren't we?
mm-hmm.
That could be. I hope you got something planned if their actual meeting mates show up and it ain't us. I say that to Adele.
I mean, I figured I'd just do some summoning. Some panic summoning.
We could just excuse ourselves.
That too. That's real smart. I think I'll keep you around. That was a smart idea.
Well, lucky for you, I think I gotta keep around you no matter what you say, so that you can actually get out of here.
Walter may
Eventually.
not be literate, but he can read between the lines.
Valid point.
Yeah, sounds good. Then,
All right, so
got a
who's
plan?
breaking up where?
I'm going to go to the Black Party meeting.
I assume you mean the Mr.
The
White.
white,
Or sorry, the White Party.
Mr. White Party.
Yes, the gay guy is going to the White Party.
All right.
You're David laughing from the bathroom. It's ridiculous.
Adele and Walter, where are you going?
Miss, we're gonna kind of assume that we belong at Miss never gonna retain that name. Miss
Me
Beatrice.
neither. It's gone.
It's
The
balls.
Second I
Beatrice.
hear it.
It's balls.
B.
And,
Arthur.
it's balls and tits. It's ball tits.
Every time, the second I hear the name, it leaves my brain. It's gone.
Balto.
Baltus was good.
All right.
Miss Old Yeller.
It's like in real life.
All right. And Team Invisa Owl, where are you going?
The
All
Master
right, we're going to.
Our
definitely-
call sign is actually Night Owl.
Oh, excuse me.
Night Owl. Love it. Night Owl. So
Night
Team
Owl.
Night Owl will
Yeah, that's my
gingerly
goth
and
name.
stealthily proceed over to the Masterson table to observe.
Okay.
Sean didn't think we were going to split up the party for this.
I have taken to know you guys. And
Split the party.
after
Always.
a year of gameplay, I have come to try and anticipate all possibilities. So, I need everybody to go ahead and give me a perception plus alertness roll, please.
Ooh, I just
All right.
upped
Now
some
this.
of that.
Okay, I guess this is hearing for me, right? Because
No,
I'm in
this is
bag.
this is hearing for you because you're shoved in a bag.
Yeah.
Uh,
Making sure what sense I'm using here.
4 successes.
So what I'm going to ask everyone to do is, for the sake of everyone watching from home, say it, but then for me to remember, go ahead and send it in chat so that way I can remember it.
I got 3 successes for Liam.
I rolled 2 9s and 3 1s.
Ooh, that's a big old botch. Okay.
3 for me.
Walter's
Sorry, you said
recording.
standard?
I did say standard, yes.
Okay.
And for those at home, for a reminder, standard difficulty is a 6 or higher on a 10-sided die.
Oh, that's not the one. Hold on. I accidentally mixed up my stuff. These two over.
Not my phone.
Damn it, Atris, silence your owl. It's buzzing.
Buzz. Buzz. No, don't hit the bag.
Well,
What kind of
Adele has
reaction
to.
We're not doing that. We're not doing
is
that.
Adele has to get around by echolocation. Okay,
Oh
it's
my
how
God.
she tells where she is.
Yeah, so 6?
Jeez.
Thank God one of us is perceptive.
Okay.
Did she cancel out Walter's botch?
Kind of, yeah, with that many successes. Once again, Walter, you're supposed to be kind of like, okay, we're having a meeting. What was the name of that dude? And you're just completely...
I
Wonder
love
if my
that.
hat's straight tonight.
Did I leave the furnace going on?
I love that the 2 ADHD are on one team. We're gonna do just fine. We will never remember anyone's name.
I hope my bronze statue's doing okay.
Should have brought it with me just to be sure.
Whoever bought it.
All right. So,
I know there were some balls and tits, but what did that have to do with anything?
Are we playing pool?
This is why our channel is not recommended for children.
there's lots of reasons why we're not recommended for children. All right. So, Atris, I'll start with Team Atris and Wea, Team Night Owl. As opposed to Day Owl.
Breaking Dawn Owl.
Yes. So, Wea, you're listening. Atris, you're keeping an eye out as a middle-aged woman comes up the stairs, led by one of the other servers, is shown the table. She sits down. About 5-ish minutes come and go as 2 more women appear. Altogether, you have a brunette, a blonde, and the first woman that has black hair with kind of little streaks of silver starting to appear at the temples. And they begin talking amongst them. Oh, ladies, it was so nice for you to be able to... How are you all doing tonight? Well, you know, we're all right, all things considered. Have you heard any news? No, not yet. I've asked all around the town and still no one's seen them. No one's seen mine either. What's happened to them? I have no idea. And they begin conversing and talking. And after a little bit of time, you perceive that all of their husbands are missing as well.
Missing husbands club. Jeez.
Have you
This
seen
is a serious side quest, guys. This is a real deal.
And they're starting to get a little bit concerned. Atris, because you can visually see, give me a perception plus empathy roll.
If their husbands are at the white party, I'm going to laugh.
There's one empathy. When we roll.
It was an awfully hungry mutant horse that rancher had.
2 successes.
Yeah.
The blonde woman, who, again, all these women look like they're about middle age, just from a visual standpoint. The blonde woman, you're noticing her eyes are kind of shifting when she's talking to the other people. She's not making eye contact. She's very, like, the server comes up and brings them some tea and everything. And you notice that she's very focused on her cup, and when she does talk, she's not making eye contact and seems to be a little bit nervous.
Okay, so someone's definitely hiding something.
Their name is Peacock.
But I'll say that's what you get from that meeting.
All right.
Now,
Gandhi's potential murderer.
question for Walter, and I'll say for the names, you hear that there's Mrs. Masterson is the dark-haired woman with the silver in her hair. The blonde woman is Mrs. Powell. And the other woman with the brunette hair is Mrs. Yates.
Okay. Masterson, Powell, and Yates. Got it.
Is it Masterson, Powell, and Yates?
Yes.
What you said?
Masterson, Powell,
Okay.
and Yates.
Got
it. Now, question for clarification from my point of view. Wea and Adele, are you actually sitting at the booth, or are you just standing near it? Where are you in relation to where this meeting was supposed to take place?
Do you mean Way and Atris?
No, I already got your guys' thing. You're invisible, so it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm talking about Walter and Adele.
You said Way and Adele.
Yeah, you said
whatever.
Way.
One of the W's.
And one of the A's.
Yeah.
You had two WAs and 2 A names.
The 2 laws of this group.
Together, we could be a team Wawa, but we're separated.
Team Wawa. Dude.
It's a very fluid group.
Oh my god. Very hydrated.
Yeah. When you guys botch, it's team wah wah.
Oh no.
And a meme was born.
Any team with Wea Owl on it is team Aw.
Right. Adorable.
All right, so
Walter and Adele, where are you in relation to where this meeting is supposed to take place?
well, I think we should take a seat, maybe, and just pretend like we're supposed to be here, and see who shows up. And if it becomes real clear this ain't where we're supposed to be, we excuse ourselves.
Another option
That
is stand.
what you do?
Another option is stand nearby, and I have my heightened senses, and I can listen real close.
She can't really see our surroundings. I'm gonna look around and see how obviously conspicuous that would make us.
I say, given your botch, you're not really paying attention.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm not perceptive of that. Okay.
Were mine so good that I'm super perceptive?
No, but all I'm asking you guys is where you would have wanted to have been, because you already made the roll. I just want you to tell me, where were you planning on being, at the booth or near the booth?
Walter's inclined to go with Adele's decision, like her preferences.
Where would you have wanted to be?
Nearby enough to listen in.
Okay, so not at the booth.
Yeah, I just want to be able to hear.
I will say that across from the booth, there's one of those little bistro tables with the 2 chairs
Mhm.
that's right by where the balcony is that you can look down on the first floor. I'll say you're.
He can.
Hmm?
He can look down.
True. I'll say you sit there because that's only about 5 feet away from where the curtains are of that particular booth. So definitely, especially with your heightened senses, that would be easy enough for you to listen in on anything.
Okay.
Time goes on, and you see a woman with short blonde hair. Short in the sense of
Not long.
yes, it is curly, very tight curls, and kept kind of short. Very pretty young thing. I would say Adele. You get the idea that she's probably late teens, early 20s.
I don't think she does.
No, you wouldn't. Walter, they actually walk right by you. You don't even notice. But Adele, you hear a woman walk by. She sits down. You hear her start to powder her nose. And a gentleman walks by. You hear the heavier footsteps. You smell the cologne. I'll say by this point, Walter, you finally go, oh, shit, that's probably them.
I don't
There's
know why I
people in
have
there.
this. But I
How
do.
many Weas do you have?
Right? I mean, size-wise, that's actually about accurate. But anyway, so Walter, at this point, you notice the woman has tight blonde curls, is nicely dressed, but for a woman of moderate means, not necessarily like fancy. And the gentleman seems to be in business dress. He's dressed nice, little bowler hat, nice waistcoat and coat, and a
They're
little
both dressed real fancy.
little mustache across and he has glasses on. He seems to be more in his late 30s ish. And they meet and quickly close the curtains. Adele, go ahead and give me a perception plus alertness roll for your hearing.
Let's see.
Can you hear anything? Are they necking?
Standard?
It's always interesting when a vampire asks that. Yes.
Good point.
Ah, dang it. Those two canceled out. 4.
Yeah, they are heavily making out. There, you hear the rustling of fabric. You hear the soft little moans, the sounds of lips intertwined. They are very much having that.
Okay.
After listening to this for 5-10 minutes ish, you hear her go, no, wait, please. What about your wife? You told me you would be leaving her. I will, my dear. Just there are matters that need to. Oh, that is what you said before. Please, can't we just enjoy this moment together? We get so little time together. No, I've been burnt by you before.
Jeez.
I hate you. So much.
And you get the idea that this is a meeting of star-crossed lovers that are wishing not to be discovered or seen.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And Walter did ask you a question, so.
I don't remember the question. What was the question again?
He asked if they were naked.
That's right.
It wasn't that articulate a question.
He did not ask if the ball and the tits were naked.
No, I'm just brain is not exactly. Yeah, so very, very quietly to where he can hear me. Yeah, they certainly are. They're not supposed to be together, by the way. This is a secret necking appointment.
The best kind.
It's true.
All right. And I'll say, so while that's happening, and by the way, all these things are happening simultaneous. So Atris and Wea, what you're hearing is happening at your time. Walter and Adele, what's happening is happening during your time.
May I ask how far our position is from the other two meeting curtains?
Absolutely. You get the idea that there are, because as I mentioned last game, this building is much more rectangular in shape. It's a lot more further back than it is wide. Not that it's narrow by any, but it's just a rectangular shaped building.
It's got four.
On either of the long sides of the building, there's about 8 of these nooks going on the left and right hand side. On the front and back of the building, in order to make room for the hallways that go further back where the rooms are, versus and then the front where the balcony outside is.
What about the doors?
Hmm?
What about the doors? You said the hallways.
Yeah, the hallways have. Do you want me to tell you how many doors are on either side in the hallways?
Please don't.
Hallways and doors.
Yes, but anyway, in the front, on the front and back, there's about 3 of these nooks. So altogether, there's 14. 4 on either side, 3 on the front and back of the second balcony.
Okay.
You guys are about middle of the road on the left-hand side. Walter and Adele.
Like a nook and a half away.
I would say, and then Atris and Wea, you're on the back end, so you're a good 1, 2, and then 1 over 3 away. And then Liam, you're only 2 away from where Atris and Wea are.
Okay.
So we should all be within visual range of each other relatively?
I mean, yeah, especially given the shape of the building. I mean, you can see across kind of thing, because the only thing that visually is blocking the way are just the pillars that are holding up the roof.
Got it.
But short of that, you can see across to each other.
Got it.
Excellent.
Liam, where are you sitting in the? You are very much aware that you do not look like either of the gentlemen that this guy was planning on meeting. Are you planning to sit down at the booth? And remind me, you guys stole the documents, right? The briefcase that had all the. Or did you leave that?
There was a briefcase?
There was. A little bit of a flashback when you guys were on the train.
Is it too late for Liam to go, yeah, totally?
Well, no, I'm going to hold you guys to honesty for your planning. But
I I remember there was a business card with a time and date and a place. I don't
There was
remember.
a business card with a time and date, but before you then ate the gentlemen that were on their way here, they did have a briefcase full of documents on a projected stock market. Basically, they were doing insider trading.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
I
did take
believe
that.
Liam did. Yes, I believe
Yeah.
Liam did
Discover
talk
that.
I was
about
going to say, Mr. Klepto, I'm pretty sure you stole that. Like,
No, I
Yes.
did in fact take that. I forgot all about it, but I did in fact take
now I'm going to ask you honestly, did Liam think to bring it with him, or is it still sitting in the carriage back at Joe's establishment at the Lucky Horseshoe?
just because Liam does quite a few business transactions and these documents were with these people as part of this transaction, it would make more sense that he would bring it with him.
I'll give it to you this time. I will say
He has a point.
that moving forward,
Remember briefcases?
yes, specifically that. Everything else you guys can forget. But I will say moving forward, now that we've been playing for a little over a year, if when it comes to the planning stage of things, if you guys forget stuff, that's just going to be how things roll. So that way we're not metagaming.
It would be acting as legitimate forgetfulness because our
Exactly.
character, if we forget, our characters will forget.
Exactly.
I was
If you
traumatized
forget-
by the horse
if you forget,
rant.
your character forgot. Like,
Yeah.
but I'll say you went ahead and brought the documents. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be in the booth? Do you want to be nearby? How do you want to be playing?
No,
this?
Liam will flat out be in the booth.
Okay.
I'll be in the booth.
Okay. So you're sitting there, still in very nice dress, because your diablerie did not affect your clothing, but very
Or
much
your sense of style.
still with the face that only a mother could love through the radio that hasn't been invented yet. But
I'm imagining that telegraph message. Did it? Damn, he ugly.
Right.
Stop.
hey, that's a big telegram.
Stop.
But okay, so you're waiting, and a little bit of time goes by. 5 minutes past midnight, 10 minutes past midnight. Go ahead and give me and what was, let's see, your perception. You got 3, correct?
Yes, I got 3 for the perception roll.
You see a gentleman come up the stairs, dressed business nice, not, like he's going to the opera or anything like that. But at the very least, he is like if someone was a banker or something like that, kind of like that level of. He's got the waistcoat. You see a chain that could probably be a pocket watch, nice shoes, a coat. Very interesting skin, very much a deep tan, almost like a Mediterranean-esque tan. Very dark black hair that is slicked back and has a ponytail in the back tied up. Very well trimmed mustache that goes into a goatee and trimmed mustache. I'm sorry, beard. And
you got one of those mustache chin hair combos. We call it
yes. Yeah, very dark hair, very dark eyes, very thick eyelashes that almost look like he's wearing mascara, but not quite. And he comes up the stairs. You see him. He sees you. Go ahead and give me a perception plus empathy roll.
I have these things.
Yes, you do.
Nice. I got 2.
You notice there is a moment's pause where he was definitely expecting two people. And it's that look of something looks off here, and trying to keep calm and look calm as he then pauses as this moment happens and then keeps walking and starts going around and starts heading towards where the front of the second level is, towards where the balcony is.
So he's bolting.
He's not coming towards where the meeting spot was. There was definitely, I'll say with 2 successes, there was definitely a hesitation. You saw gears turning, and then he just kept walking. He's not running, but he's definitely walking with purpose.
I'm just gonna open up my pocket watch, and be like, Mr. White, you are expected.
Now he's bolting.
I'm gonna burn a celerity point and try and catch up to him.
Okay. Go ahead and do that. I'm gonna have you roll a what I'm going to do is ask for everyone to roll initiative.
All right.
Damn it.
Geralt, which die should I roll?
You two kidders, roll.
Cat dice, of course.
I was about to
Although
say,
kill me this time.
I just rolled a 10 off the gem dice, so you might
This
want to
one?
go with that.
I rolled
Yes.
a 1, so I
Okay.
get a 5. No, sorry, I got a 6 now.
I rolled a 2. And I got 11.
I'll put it in chat, but Walter's got 20.
Oh, you.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. It's a thing.
Where's my
I
pretty one?
have to live with that.
Where's my pretty one?
I heard that reverberating in the bedroom, Daniel.
I can hear you do it in the living room, and then I get to hear it through my computer screen.
Yeah, that's how kind of it is for Adele and I.
Well, yeah, just put your arms down because it looks like you're part of Walter's head, at least in my screen.
Please take a screenshot.
They have
Or
become
I guess record
one.
it.
The Blood Brothers have become one.
Oh, okay. Hold on. This is easier now.
Okay, hold on. Meh. Could be better. I got 13.
Could be worse.
Perspective.
Could be raining.
One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, that's all of us. Perfect. So for the fans at home, first up in the initiative is Walter, followed by Wea,
W's first.
followed by Mr. White,
More W's.
Mhm.
It's the step W. Definitely.
and then it is Adele, Atris,
Sir.
and
Damn.
Liam.
Yay, I'm at the bottom. Normally,
However, Liam, what I am going to say is, given that you're seeing this happen first, there's going to be kind of like a surprise round where you and he get to go first. So,
could
pulling up my
not
new.
in the way right now.
What?
Not you. I have a dark feline creature that decides it needs attention right now.
The void needs attention right now.
I understand.
Like, why always you? Why can't they come to me?
They don't like you.
Wow.
Tell that to Gollum every time he freaking wants to cuddle with me on my couch
No,
while I'm smoking.
it's only while we're playing that the cats absolutely have to be in my area.
Okay.
We know you pay them.
I have treats in my pocket.
So I'm going to say go ahead and burn your celerity.
Alright.
And then it's going to be a Dex plus Athletics.
First, when you whispered that, I heard Dex plus legs.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I only have 2. How many dice do I get?
Not compass. Not compass.
Okay, well, I got 2 successes on the Dex Athletics.
Okay. So as you start to pick up speed, again, this is at that point where it's not quite supernatural, but you're definitely moving faster than it would seem. He's moving a little bit faster. So you give me a wits plus occult roll, please.
Yeah, that's a big fat 0.
You have no idea, but he's moving pretty fast too.
We at least know what clan he's part of.
Right. Go ahead and make a another dex. He starts running as he goes and grabs. There's a waitress that is moving back with a tray full of stuff. He moves forward, grabs her, and yanks her back to try and throw her in your path as he moves towards where the balcony is. Go ahead and make another Dex plus Athletics as she's like, ah! And gets kind of like at you.
There's only 1 success.
Okay, let's see how he does on his yeeting of person roll. Two successes. Okay, so yeah, you try and dodge, and for the most part, do you try to catch her, or do you try and just avoid her altogether?
Oh, just trying to avoid her altogether.
Yes.
She reaches out to try and like grab at you to like herself as you kind of just sidestep that, but she still grabs on a little bit. Now you're able to break free, but it does slow you down a little bit. So he starts to pull ahead a bit. Now we're gonna go for the initiative order. Walter, give me a perception plus alertness roll, please.
Thank you.
We all need to figure out what's going on.
Ooh, it's a reroll. Which is good because I don't have that many successes going on here. I got 2.
Okay. So I'll say where you and Adele are sitting, basically across the way, you see this happening of this gentleman start to bolt. Liam taking up after him, both of them moving very quickly to your eyes vision, where you get I'll say with 2 you can roll me a wits plus occult roll.
Let's do that. Ooh. Got a 1 on that. Well, 0 in the end, because I assume because I have no occult, you want me to do 8 DC, not 7, right?
Correct.
All right. Yeah, no, nothing.
Okay.
But they're quick.
Yeah. They're running. And you see the woman get yeeted behind and kind of cling to Liam as he sidesteps her as best he can and keep on chasing. And the guy's bolting for the balcony.
Okay, so he's not heading for the stairs. He's heading for the balcony.
Correct.
At one of the short ends of the rectangle. Ooh. He's across the way from me?
Yes.
That's him. That's him right there. I gotta go get him. Walter
All
just
right.
burns. Man, it's a little difficult to estimate based on not seeing kind of a distance, but I would like my character to have some estimation of how much blood how much celerity he needs to burn to head this guy off at the pass, if you will.
Okay. Sure. Give me a quick second.
One Mississippi.
No one? No one hates that cliche. Good. We're in good hands. Excellent.
Now, when I design rectangles, and I design them quite often, I usually make 2 short sides and 2 long sides.
Are they nice and parallel?
It's more of a parallelogram, my favorite cereal.
I think I heard of one of those. That's the new thing after the telegram, right?
It's, yep, right there with that new dance, the rhombus. I
don't be
find
filthy.
math humor to be a bit obtuse. But there's a cute girl over there. She's always
Really?
right at that angle.
Really?
I think you've gone to too great a degree to make this happen.
Yeah.
Now, sir, where I come from. Wow, I stretched for that one. I feel dirty.
Hey.
You're a bad person and you should feel bad. Okay.
My drag name, if I was going to do a drag king, would be Ray Diaz.
God, please give me a sign for this to stop, possibly a cosign.
You get the idea that since this is all happening within seconds of each other, for you to now, are you planning on? You get the idea that you would have to do quite the feat of strength or strength of feat in order to jump across the way, because again, he's on the other side of this top floor where
I am 100% calculating if I can jump across the way and reach him, though. Yes, that is part of what Walter is eyeballing right now.
Okay.
Daredevil feet.
I mean, if it was a very long thing, then what I would do is run around and stop him from reaching the balcony. But if I think I might jump across, then yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a visual just to make this a little bit easier.
Please make this just a plain rectangle. I hope so much that that's exactly what you're about to show us.
I can
not quite,
more
but
math humor.
Not quite, but that is very tempting.
Technically, a rectangle is still a rhombus.
Was it all squares are rectangle, but not all rectangles are squares?
Mm-hmm.
It's time for everyone's favorite F word, fractions.
Okay.
The longer it takes Sean, the worse we get.
You guys are the worst.
You chose us.
Like, how do we get to geometry jokes?
Danny is starting to logarithm to all this.
You chose us. You hand chose us.
I did.
This is your fault.
We are the best and brightest.
For some reason, I did this to myself.
Man, these bad puns are the common denominator here.
God damn it.
Ooh.
Oh,
Guys, I promise this is better than average.
Thank you, Jeff.
That's a mean thing to say.
Oh, geez.
Can I go with the that's what she said?
Yes.
Might as well.
Like, just to put an end to this segment.
Oh God.
What are we gonna reduce?
Excuse me,
It's
guys. Well,
spreading.
excuse me 1 second, guys. I was not expecting to need this visual right now, but
Okay, we've got
You
a
know-
nice tangent going.
I really appreciate that you guys factored into this that Sean's love of. Oh, let me finish. You factored into this Sean's love of puns.
I feel like we're all being
That was a pretty
irrational.
prime pun, actually, Sean. I think you should give her some kudos.
But now you're just
Dude, I
being
have my
irrational.
Half my fun is that I'm able to get geometry about puns for the most part. Because I normally don't do puns. They're not clever normally. I don't think they're clever.
3 hours later.
I don't think I like that angle you're taking on this, Atris.
okay.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yo soy Ron Burgundy?
Okay.
That's
One
high.
second.
That
There.
was
Thank you,
good.
everybody, especially those laying at home who I had to put together a quick map to make this make a little bit more sense.
I need to bring you a webcam. We have equipment upgrades to bestow.
Yes. Okay. So, if we're looking at this,
It's 2 rectangles.
I think one's enough.
the darker rectangle represents the downstairs. These are the stairs. This is the balcony up here. This actually needs to be. There we go. So this is Liam. This is Mr. White. This is Walter.
I'm pink.
Adele, Atris, and Wea.
So we're all up top.
Yes.
Up top. Okay, I'm counting 20 squares roughly across the open area of the balcony,
Yes.
which would equal like 100 feet, actually. Maybe if it were if the squares are scaling 5 feet. Correct me now, please, if I'm
No,
off.
you're correct.
Okay. I don't think my character thinks that he can leap 100 feet.
No, that would be
jump
quite
easily.
But if he's going for speed to try and cut this guy off, he gets the idea that he would have to burn quite a bit of celerity in order to get him all the way around here. And
I do so.
You may
Okay,
have to go for distance.
go for it.
I burn 4 celerity right now.
Use
And
the
I'm-
hollow bone.
Phew.
I'm gonna mark it off of my blood, of
Celerity,
course.
get more celerity.
I actually
So the-
haven't bought any celerity for
is
many,
that
many
you get
times.
the vampires to have super reflexes and speed. For every celerity you burn, you basically get an additional turn.
Additional
Whee!
action.
I need level
Yeah.
5 opposite, and I need more celerity.
So what's your movement speed, Walter?
I'm glad you asked. If we factor in my celerity, it's actually 9. I've been lowballing you
Damn.
with the 7 for a while. If we don't factor in the celerity, I think it's like 7 or something.
Well, I mean,
I
I
can
don't think we
confirm
can
for
factor
you.
celerity if you're burning it. So
That's a great point.
basically,
All right.
as I
yeah.
understand it, if you don't burn it, you basically get to move further. But if you burn it, you get more rounds, more actions. So
Well, the thing
If
with
you-
celerity is that it affects the dexterity that you like roll on things.
Fair
And
enough.
this isn't one.
Yeah.
So like I'm not even sure if it's supposed to be involved, but we kind of like decided it would be otherwise. So now I'm
You use it, you
a little confused, but yeah. Yeah, I mean it makes sense either way. I'm gonna follow this. So let's take this train to the station. We're going to say that my dex, stamina, and athletics still puts me at Kidder, please. He really likes this pencil. I'm sorry. Puts me at 12 times 3, 36, 7 squares. So it's just where we were before. 7 squares. If I were to dash this,
Yep.
then
So I'd say with
I
your
could
first
go like 7 times 5, 7 times 6 technically squares if I were only moving.
Yeah, I'd say with your first action and dash, that puts you about here.
I wish
burnt,
to.
And then you burnt 4 celerity, so you have another 28 squares you can move.
I do wish to jump over this corner. I'm cutting corners.
Okay, go ahead and make a dex plus athletics. Remember that you can't use your celerity for the dex roll, but
That's a great point. But is this a risky action that I could use my Daredevil bonus for?
you definitely can.
That's wonderful because I don't really want to fall to my doom
I'm
below.
going to say it's difficulty 7.
Oh, all right then. Then let's hope for the best. Oh, those are 7s, not 1s. Oh, this is excellent. Okay. I got 5. I got 5 total.
Yeah.
Like you've been doing this all your life. You jump up on the banister and jump over, going here. I'll say that's another one of your celerity actions, so you still have 3.
Ooh, doggy. Does it look to me like I can reach him in 2 actions?
Or at least be pretty damn close. I'd say another action on top of that gets you here.
Okay.
So you now have. So let's see, that was your action, your movement, another action.
Yeah.
It still gives
And I
you
have 3 more actions.
Yeah. And then that gives you 2 more actions.
Okay.
So
Ooh, so I want to kind of like leap. I gotta make this work. I want to leap over this like jump thing again. This
Okay.
corner because I want to really reach him. I want to hold him tenderly and close.
Okay.
But I guess I gotta jump first.
Okay,
Same
so
roll?
that's another Dex plus Athletics, difficulty 7.
All right. Good thing I already have the same dice in my trap here. No, Kitty, we don't get to change my roll. Nope, we do not get to change my roll. Come here. There's a 10. That's good. My feat allows me to ignore one of the ones here. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my. Well, it's 7 total.
Even better, you jump across, and that puts you about right here in front of this guy. And you still have 1 more action.
Surprise!
Surprise, motherfucker!
So, Kasim Bayar don't know me very well, but he's about to know me real well. I'm gonna hug him real tight.
Okay. Go ahead and make a grapple roll.
Ooh, I can't spend blood on potence because I've spent so much on celerity.
So that's
My turn.
So that's gonna be a
It is strength athletics, right? Did I get it right?
Yes, it's strength athletics versus his dex athletics.
Or is it strength brawl?
Oh, it
sorry.
is strength brawl.
Yes. Okay, got it. Sorry about that. Thank you. So we are rolling a lot of dice. We are re-rolling more dice because our character is OP at this particular task. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7.
Yeah, you have grabbed a hold of him.
Oh boy.
How did you want to grab him?
All right. So he is bolting from Liam and he's just kind of tossed this serving girl like back at him. Meanwhile, I guess bolted into 5 times normal speed action. And hunkered down, ran, leapt and vaulted the railing twice, and then came right at him. I think what I want to do, Sean, is like kind of do this like rocker power slide thing, like kind of coming in almost at the knees and like grab him at the waist and like almost sliding to his like side, his flank here. I want to like bear hug the shit out of his waist and kind of almost, I don't know if you'll let me like take him down prone or whatever, but I want to
I'll
like
let you
take him down with me.
Prone, but
I'm down too with him.
yeah. So okay, Adele, you hear this. Liam, you're kind of following this as a quicker cowboy. You're running and you're feeling pretty good, and then you're looking across the way and you just see as the spurs on his cowboy boots are as he goes, leaps from one corner to the next, runs a little bit more, leaps again, power slides in and bear hugs this guy as he's like, oh, what the hell? Oh, and that happens. Wea, go ahead and give me a perception plus alertness for your hearing, please, because you're still in a bag.
It's like what a place for you to be in double digits in my bag.
Five.
You hear. Also, did you have your heightened senses on or just your regular senses?
As an owl?
Yeah.
You're in a bag.
I mean, well, I would believe if I'm going in the bag, I'd have my heightened senses on. But do I choose when I'm in an animal form? I thought it was just passive when I go into animal form.
Because I don't know about heightened.
Well, because I don't have heightened senses, I just have the ears.
Okay, then I'll say it's passive.
Oh.
The other thing is eyesight is my other heightened sense. It's eyes and ears, but the ears are just the wolf ears.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have the perk heightened senses.
Okay.
You just said sentences that are heightened.
I'll say with 5 successes, you heard Liam, who originally wasn't as far away, go, oh, Mr. White, you are expected. The sounds of people running, you heard a female voice kind of let out a shout. And then at 5 successes, I'll say you just barely heard. I'll say you didn't make out what you heard, but you at least heard Walter say something and then take off like a bat out of hell.
I just imagine that Scooby-Doo foot run noise.
Yeah. As Adele, you're kind of sitting there as like the table's kind of rocking as he leapt from it. It's still kind of rocking. Chair kicked back, table rocking as he's bolted out.
I don't wanna add too much attention to this, so I'm just gonna wait for Atris to make an action. I'm not
Okay, so
gonna do anything.
are you holding an action or are you just passing?
At this point I feel like taking an action would unobfuscate her, and I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna just pass my turn.
Okay. It is Mr. White's turn. He is definitely not super keen on the fact that he was grabbed
Yeah, I
around.
forgot about this.
So do.
Can't choke out someone who don't breathe.
But Sean, I'm sorry, storyteller. I have a friendly face.
Yeah, not really working too well for you in this particular.
Hello, friend. As
It's
I
a-
choke you.
Doesn't quite
friendly
work
bear hug.
post tackle.
Oh, we're just hugging on the floor.
It's a bro hug, guys.
Just
Mommy, Dad, you're just wrestling.
Yeah, right now you guys are wrestling. Okay, and then he gets to re-roll that. Oh, what do you know? All right, Walter, I'll give you
What do I know?
as you are not entwined completely. You can try to dodge something. Actually, give me a perception plus alertness roll, please.
I will do that, but I feel it's incumbent on me to say that my goal is to, in fact, be intertwined completely with this guy.
Okay. Still give me a perception plus alertness roll. Difficulty is 8 because you're in the middle of focused on what you're doing.
All right. I mean, I'm focused on him, but
I'm just gonna say from the visual of where he is.
ooh, I got one success after.
You look up just
Yeah,
in time to
nice.
notice that this guy's reaching for something behind his back. I'll say because you noticed it, you'll have the choice. You can either choose to dodge, but it will break the grapple, or you can stay grappled and just take whatever's coming.
I will hug him closer.
Because right now you have him around the waist. He still has his arms free. He's just not going anywhere.
we're gonna have to chop those off.
Yeah, I am now a growth on his body.
Yes, you are a very encumbering belt buckle right now. Okay, no worries.
Does he have any like different dice because he's prone?
Well, remember I was saying that like I gave you enough to. It wasn't a.
He's grappled.
It
He's
was
not
a grapple, not a tackle, so he's not prone as of right now.
Oh, I didn't actually hear you say that. Okay.
Yeah. For the remaining action, you did a grapple, not a tackle. Unless you want to, were you trying to do a tackle?
No, it's definitely a hold action, and I was trying to do it like a sacrifice throw where we both end up on the ground together.
Yeah, no, I'll say that because it was a grapple, not a tackle, he's not prone right now.
Oh, in that case,
Basically, how it is he is standing, you are on your knee,
yeah.
but locked around his hips. So that way it stopped his forward momentum and he's stuck where he is, but he's looking down at you like you're giving him a really awkward hug below the waist.
If he's still up, then Walter's right hand is around his thigh, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, it's the same idea. All right, so yeah, because I don't want him to run away. So I'm holding on
Okay.
for dear undeath.
Okay. 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 Walter, you feel the pierce of a blade as it stabs into your back as he pulls a dagger from his back and stabs it into you.
Are you saying that after all this time he's still into me?
Yes.
It's just a tip.
Stabby, stabby.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess we'll see if it goes further.
He's a tease.
Okay, so let's see. That was his to hit. So let's see. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going to be.
Oh, I'm holding on. Don't you worry.
Hold on to
Go
that.
ahead and do your soak roll for lethal damage.
Oh boy. If I'm already dead, Sean, does that mean the rigor mortis has set in?
You
In
know,
this
not
instance?
not until you go to sleep.
All right. I got 2 on the soak roll.
Oh, okay. Well, those are 3 10s that he just rolled. So
Roll into ones.
There's chances for ones here. I'm probably taking at least 2 damage.
So that's 4 lethal.
Oh, look at that. It's 2 damage.
No, I just subtracted 2. It was 6 because he rolled 2 successes and a 1.
Don't
So
do math before
I
us,
don't
Don.
I don't want that. I
so
don't want
that's 4
this.
lethal. As you feel the blade sink into your shoulder blade. And what's your stamina rating?
It's 4.
Okay. You now have a stamina for the temporary of 1. However, actually go ahead and make a stamina plus fortitude roll.
Okay.
The new
Standard difficulty.
With which with my 1 stamina?
No, with your regular stamina. With your regular
Oh.
stamina. So your regular stamina plus fortitude.
That's a fake roll, and this is a re-roll because of 10. That's a re-roll too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. I have a merit called Tough as Nails, but I think that only applies for repeated damage, so never mind actually. Yeah, 3.
Okay. So your stamina is reduced by 2 then.
Okay. Well then. I'll just mark that.
As you feel the blade sink into you, besides the pain of the cut, you feel something pulse into you, and you kind of look down at your shoulder, and the little bit of skin that's exposed, you see the veins on your skin turn black, radiating, kind of spider webbing their way out as you feel like something got injected into you. And suddenly you're feeling a little bit more sluggish, a little bit more. Luckily, you're not moving a whole lot. You're just holding on, but suddenly it's one of those like trying to stay awake kind of things as you're feeling a little bit. Everything's kind of slowing down around you a little bit. Okay, that was Mr. White's turn. However, he did burn for celerity, so
oh boy.
He's going to go ahead and take another stab. at this.
Now your feet can
Take
work.
another stab.
Neat. I actually would try to dodge this one if he's doing
Okay.
another one.
Go ahead and make your Dex plus Athletics roll, please.
Okay.
Ooh.
Got these bad boys. And then good. Okay. Ooh. Oh boy, that's good. Does lightning reflexes come into play?
Yes,
all?
absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, that's good because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All my successes were 10s except one. So yeah, 7.
You successfully the grapple is broken as he pulls back the knife and goes for another stab, and you see it coming, and for a split second the sluggishness makes it where you react a little bit slower than you normally would, but it's still enough time to get out of the way as you dodge. Would you go to the left or the right?
In front of his path, more or less. So like, honestly,
Like, roll back?
the
Are you
answer
gonna
to your
roll back?
question, the answer to your question depends completely on which arm he's using to stab me with. Because I'm
His-
going like, oh, like outside of it if it's his right arm.
It's his right arm.
Okay. Where you have me right now is basically where I want to end up.
Okay, so you're kind of just roll back a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and close this just so that way for everyone watching, we're not splitting the visuals, and then if people need the map again for their turn, I'll turn it back on. Okay, so that was his turn. Adele, you kind of study the table as you hear Walter take off, and you are sitting at your chair at your little bistro table, and you hear him speeding behind you. What do you do?
Well, shit.
At the table?
Here we go again.
I'm gonna start making my way downtown. Walking fast.
Damn it.
I'm gonna start making my way
Hey, I know you.
towards where he went. And also I recalculated what my movement, and it's 7.8.
Okay.
So is that bumped up to 8?
I'll say we've been rounding up, so.
Cool. Now that I have so much celerity. And let's see.
I'm going to say for you, go ahead and give me a perception plus. Yeah, you're going to give me a perception plus athletics roll.
Okay. Standard.
Because you're trying to go fast while blind.
Yeah.
And furniture doesn't make a whole lot of noise until you run into it.
Correct. Standard?
No, you are blind, lady. It will be difficulty 8.
Okay, that's not terrible. Okay, I can work with this. Okay. I just really hope this 10 doesn't roll into like a 1. It didn't. Okay, 4.
Okay. I will say that your movement speed, even at this, your movement speed is halved just because you're having to trust your instincts more than anything else while moving, to not bump into anything. Or are you dashing as well to try and catch up?
No. I don't want to draw too much attention.
Okay, so then your what you have your movement, which is 8. What are you doing anything with your action? So
let's see. I guess was I able to kind of hear which direction they're in?
I'll say with your heightened senses, yes.
Okay. I want to aura perceive, like, to see what else I can gather from.
Sure. Go ahead and
what's going on.
Absolutely.
I get so many. Okay. Please. Hold on. Okay. Acceptable. 5.
Okay. You get that the aura is pale. It is red with streaks of orange flaring up in it.
Okay.
It is scrambled, almost like static and white noise.
Okay.
And it is also molted, so shifting the colors are shifting back and forth.
Those dang molded.
Okay.
For those of you watching at home, aura perception gives you different colors. For those playing a vampire that can have that ability, I give you the colors, and that tells you a little bit about their nature, their emotional state, things like that.
Now, can one paint with all these colors of the wind?
Are you breaking wind?
Yes. So anyway, that's what you get from him.
Okay.
Do you want talking is a free action? Is there anything you want to shout out, or you just keep it to yourself?
Just keep it to myself because I can't. I'm not really sure who's near me. That, yeah. And I still kind of want to not be seen too much yet.
Fair enough. Okay. Then next up is Atris. Go ahead and once again give me a perception plus alertness roll. At this point, it's just standard difficulty because there's a bit of a commotion happening.
2, 3 successes.
Okay, you definitely hear this commotion as you turn around in your obfuscated form. You see the scuffle happening between Walter and this individual. You see Adele blindly trying to quickly stumble her way towards the right direction, and you see Liam trying to get over there.
All right, do a couple things. I'm going to go ahead and burn my 2 celerity.
Okay, that gives you 2 extra turns.
Real quick, in my immediate vicinity, is anyone looking towards my direction, and or is there any like curtains or low counter I would be able to duck around real quick, like real close to me?
I mean, yeah, there's curtains of the unused, alcove areas.
Okay, Aegis is going to real quick go behind the curtains, and so that she can be able to open her bag and allow way to exit if he so wishes.
Okay, you kind of excitedly go back there and kind of shuffle the bag out to get way out of the bag.
And then with doing this, with doing this, breaker obfuscate.
She's technically touching the things on her own person.
I'd say no, but I will say that is part of your movement and an action to do that. You have 2 other actions on the rest.
Okay, that's fine. All right. In that case, I will use the rest of my actions to go back around the curtain and head towards the source of wherever the scuffle is.
Okay, what's your movement speed?
Currently it is 6 since I've used my celerity.
Okay. You start to head down the short part of the rectangle and you're just starting to round the corner. You're still behind where Liam is.
Okay. Yeah, if I have any actions left, then I will continue forward. If nothing left, then that's all I'm able to do.
Okay. I will say, just for everyone's sake, this is currently where you're all at as far as positioning.
Okay.
Atris is maroon, correct?
Correct. So
Yeah.
This is Atris, this is Uwea, this is Adele, this is Liam, this is Walter, and this is Mr. White.
Yep.
And I should have left you way behind a curtain, so you're free to do as you wish in your owl form.
I will.
Walter and Mr. White are together. Just to be clear about that.
You mean you guys have turned into Walter White?
No, don't make that mistake. That's not at all what's happening right here. It's just Walter and White.
You just need to tell him that you're the one who knocks as you sit there and punch him and give him an uppercut kind of
Walter,
thing.
listen, White.
All right, Liam, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
I am going to pull out my federal marshal badge that I now am just keeping on me.
Okay.
It's like federal marshal, freeze. And then I'm going to just, move forward my 7 spaces. Now, so we are not trying to harm you. And then I'm going to shoot him.
Shoot him.
Stop resisting.
He's got a gun.
That's topical. Okay. So go ahead and make your dex plus firearms.
Now,
roll.
I would like to make a called shot.
Okay.
I would like to shoot him in the leg.
Okay. That's going to be difficulty 8.
Okay.
Actually, and you are shooting into combat too, which means that's going to up it 1 more to.
Well, Walter got out of his way.
Okay, I'll leave it at difficulty 8. Technically, they're still in combat, but I'll leave it as difficulty 8. Don't botch.
I mean, it's just Walter.
Yeah, whatever.
I
love getting shot.
You're using new cranial
diff
piercing?
8?
Yes.
I got 2 successes.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage plus 1 die.
It's my pistol, so my damage is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna use a yellow one. Oh, this is ridiculous. That is 7 damage to his leg.
Holy shit.
Okay.
I had
Have
2 10s that rerolled into 9s.
Bashing.
That's awesome.
Right.
Have is going to be have drown down is 3 damage. Let's see how he does with his soak.
That was a human.
And he soaks 3 damage. So
Yeah.
bullets, vampires, kind of a weird thing. So yeah, he goes ahead and he shoots, and you shoot. Gun goes up. You definitely blow out the back of his pant leg. And you make contact, and you see the flinch where he feels the impact, but you don't see. I mean, it's hard to tell at this distance anyway with you guys since you guys don't bleed. But you definitely made contact.
But you know who's directly after me? That guy.
Yeah. All right. Top of the round. That is
point in the right direction. Right there. In my
I now have a new turn to spend blood on.
Yes.
And that blood is going to heal Walter 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Because he is hurt. There we go.
You go ahead and do that. Walter, you look down. You can't really see the wound because it's your shoulder blade, so it's behind you. You look down. That black spider web of veins does not dissipate, though. So the sluggishness stays, but the physical damage heals.
Yeah.
I felt like dodging was harder earlier, but it didn't seem to affect my efficacy. Yeah. Walter is going to burn one more celerity.
Okay.
Can I be clear that Walter is below half of his blood pool?
Good to know. Thank you for informing me.
I think there's the thing in the book about disarming, but is he holding the knife?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. Disarm. I'm just reading this like as the default thing that they put in the book. To strike an opponent's weapon, the attacker must make an attack roll at +1 difficulty. If it's successful, the attacker rolls damage normally. But if my successes rolled exceed the opponent's strength rating, then the opponent takes no damage but is disarmed.
Right. So basically what it's saying is you make an attack roll. If the damage or does it say damage or just successes?
I mean, it's successes that are rolled, but if my successes aren't above his strength rating, then apparently it's just damage. Actually, it's attack.
If your successes are higher than what his strength rating is, then he takes no damage, but you knock the weapon out of his hands.
And what
if I botch, then I probably drop my own weapon, or I somehow get hit by his weapon. By the way.
You try and knock the knife out of his hand and just skewer your hand onto the knife.
So, this is a double-edged knife.
Yes, this
all right.
knife does have 2 edges.
So, can I do that?
Yeah, go for it.
I do that.
So
Dex plus melee.
What are you using to try and knock this out? Are you using just your physicality, or are you using a weapon?
So, Walter is a very hand-to-hand oriented person. It says that this roll is Dex melee, and I'll do that if you deem so. But Walter would be doing this with his hands.
Then I'd say Dex roll.
That would involve him, since this guy's right-handed and Walter is actually on this guy's right side, he would be grabbing at this guy's wrist and trying to twist this knife out of it.
Dex roll. At a +1 difficulty, so difficulty 7.
Do it.
Okay. Yeah. Right. We have a reroll here. It's not a good roll overall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 6. It's only 6.
Oh, not a good roll. 6 successes later.
I thought it was. Math ended up on my side.
Yeah, you sit there and you knock that blade out of the guy's hands as it goes skidding across the floor and
I
falls.
want to grab it.
Huh?
I want to take it.
Okay, well, you did spend if you hadn't spent the celerity, I'd say no. But disarm is a knockout, but go ahead and give me a Dex Athletics to grab the blade as you knock it from his hand.
I don't want to be difficult, but I want to take it, but I don't want to spend extra time to take it. If I drop it, I drop it. You know what I mean? If that changes things, I'm rolling my Dex Athletics, and we'll see what that ends up with. Dex Athletics, right?
Yes.
Oh, this is important because I got a bunch of ones. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 5. 2 successes.
Okay. Yeah, you knock it out, and as it's starting to skid, it's heading towards the gap in between the banisters to head down to the first floor. You snatch it up and you grab it.
Ooh la la.
And I'll say that's your at this point that's your 2 actions. So
that is both act. Oh. Well, okay. I was
now
hoping.
you did say if you don't want to spend the other action, you can just let it slide and have it go if you want to do
Yeah, I think I'm not that committed
you think
to grabbing
okay,
this
then
knife.
let's say since you did say that, you kind of start to go for it and you're like as it clatters off the side and
He's disarmed. You know where else he is? Loved.
Oh.
I'm gonna hug him again.
God damn it.
More hugs.
okay.
Around I'm on his side, I'm on his right side, right? I'm under his right armpit. So like I'm under here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hug around his other arm and just really like get him in close to me so he can really feel my embrace.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Versus his Dex Athletics. Let's do this.
I got some rerolls to do. 7.
You get him. He puts up a struggle, but you grab onto him again.
Let me tell you about my best friend. His name is Mr. White or Kasim. Whatever's last name is.
You're now a level 5.
Bayar.
But not Baltic.
Okay, that was Walter's turn. Wea, you are currently an owl on a table that has been kind of unceremoniously shaken out of a bag onto a table as Atris then took off.
I will take flight and then move. Well, I kind of want to like go at like an incline, like more towards the roof, but still traveling like straight. So
Okay.
I'm, like climbing, but going straight towards the window or the balcony that they're headed.
Okay. The balcony is over here.
And
We're not looking at your screen.
I just realized that I am not screen sharing, so I'm just talking to myself at this point.
I mean, that's anytime you argue with your own NPCs.
But are you listening though?
Which you guys make me do quite frequently.
It's so much fun.
Okay. So, what's your movement speed as an owl, Wea?
It'll be 6 spaces inside of combat.
And then, are you dashing?
Yes.
Okay, you're about there.
I'm going as fast as my feathery wings can take me.
Yeah. Given that you're an owl that's about this big, that's covering quite a bit of space in a short amount of time. Given that this is like how far you can get in 4 seconds.
Yep.
It's impressive for a vampire owl.
Yep. Okay. Next up is Mr. White.
He's more grappled than before.
Now,
Well,
did you, Walter, envision that you had both or just one of his right arm?
His right arm is technically not held by me, but in order for him to reach into his own shit, he'd have to somehow get around my body. He's going to be doing this angle if I got it right.
For a little bit.
Call it the thriller.
Okay.
Because his armpit is over my shoulder.
Yes, you have put him in quite the interesting position.
Is he in a pickle?
Diaco.
Okay.
Walk it. That's how you say P walk it in New Jersey. Now you know. Walk it.
I can't unknow that now. To be fair, I will still forever go to my grave knowing that the end of a shoelace is called the staglet.
Aglet.
Staglet.
That's a very fly thing for you to know.
I used to know what the thing that holds the pencil eraser is called, and I forgot, which is sad. I don't want to Google it because I should have kept it.
It's called the pencil.
It's aglet.
Is it aglet?
It's aglet.
So staglet and aglet.
It's just aglet.
You're an aglet.
You're questioning the Ravenclaw.
No, I'm just calling the Ravenclaw an aglet.
No, I meant he was questioning.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Como estás, señor White?
Hey guys, what do you call it when you only have one side of your shoelace? It's a
What?
staglet.
Tonight's studio audience participation brought to you by.
Okay, so what he's going to try and do, you see him reach behind as he pulls out. He kind of reaches behind.
Is he able to reach? Okay.
Well, because you said his right hand is free, correct?
No.
I mean, he could, for example, like try to reach for my face, but he can't reach everything if I'm doing my hold the way I hoped. I guess I'm getting really deep into wrestling lore here. Like, there's creative liberties possible. But the idea is that, like, if I'm under his armpit, then he actually can't reach super far down.
Okay.
That was kind of Walter's hope.
Okay.
He could maneuver, I don't know.
Okay.
Depends on how well my hold is holding.
Let's go ahead and he's going to pump a couple of blood. And let's go ahead and do a contested strength roll.
Oh, let's do that. Is it pure strength?
Pure strength.
I feel so pure today. I don't have any blood to spend on this. But I do have strength. Oh, that's good. That's looking real good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Tie goes to the defender.
Fuck.
So let's see. In this case, he'd be are you the defender? No, you're the defender because he's trying to break away from you.
Mm-hmm.
So he is not able to break free. Hell, he's gonna spend his second celerity and he's gonna try that shit again. So
nice.
Run it
Like,
again.
if we could do it, he could do it.
You weren't hugged enough as a child, Mr. White.
Well, he's getting hugged now. Contested. Oh, is it not strength plus brawl to break free from hold? I'm reading the sheet you gave me.
This one, I'm just having to do a contested strength.
Oh, this is, yeah, okay. Second roll. I have one reroll, but I also have ones on the board. Come on, man. That rerolled into a 1. I have 0 successes total.
Okay.
I goes to the defender.
You got 3 successes.
Or wait. Hold on. I'm so sorry. 1 success actually, because of my reserves of strength, because it was less than 2 successes on the roll.
His third, he still has 3 successes, so his 3 beats your 1.
Fuck.
Don't you math us?
As
Let's not get into that again.
I'm gonna say what basically happens is he goes in with his hand and basically is pushing his fingers into your eyes.
Okay.
And
no more blind people.
You not wanting to be the second blind member of the Obsidian Spurs.
Not fun. It's not fun.
We don't want to leave everything.
Let go
We respect the blind, of course.
Just enough for him to push off.
Okay.
Let's see. He did not get to use his. Let's see. He used his action. He's going to use his movement. Okay. As he kind of pushes you past and
John, you're gonna have to leave the map up, otherwise we have no idea where he is.
Right. I understand. When it's the next person's turn, I will put it back up. Adele, you're blind, so where it is on the map doesn't matter to you. So
rude.
So we're LARPing this a little bit for you. So go ahead. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to keep going towards them.
Okay. Got it. Are you dashing or are you just moving?
You muted.
I'm just walking.
Okay. Okay, that was your turn. Are you gonna do anything else?
Not at this point.
Okay.
Just kind of.
Now I will show the map that the blind character is done with her action. So, Atris, it is your turn.
All right, she's gonna burn 1 more point of celerity in order to do another movement action, and she's just gonna keep dashing forward and moving towards the battle.
Okay, and your speed was 7, 6?
6 without celerity,
Also,
or at least
move?
without full celerity. What's up?
Huh?
How did I never move?
Because you decided to shoot. You didn't say you wanted to move.
No, I said I was walking forward and then I was going to
Okay, well, we can fix that. There. Okay. So that puts you about there, Atris, as you're closing the gap with your dash action, and everything else as you're moving forward with your celerity, and you're catching up towards Liam, who's moving forward.
All right. All I can do, I believe.
Okay. Yeah. Where did he go? Okay, next up is, don't know why chat isn't popping up for me.
Control H.
Liam is after me. After H.
Sorry. Alt H, maybe? Maybe it's Control H. I don't know.
Okay.
Alt H, yeah.
Okay. Liam, I believe you're up next.
Yep. I am going to continue to move forward my 7 spaces.
Okay.
And I am going to I'm going to shoot him again.
Okay. Dex plus firearms.
Well, yeah, it was 4 successes.
Cool. Go ahead and make a damage plus 3 dice.
Oh la la.
That one's there. Those 2 got to get re-rolled. Son of a... My 10 re-rolled into a 1. So that's 5 damage.
Okay. Reduced to half, roll down. That's 2 damage. Let's see if he soaks it.
Oh, round down. Brutal.
I know.
He soaks one of it, so he takes 1 bash, and as you see, it gives him a little bit more of a hitch in his giddy up.
There we go. Got a chip off.
Now, was that a called shot to the leg again, or were you just shooting that?
Yeah, I just shot for mass.
Okay. I'll say you hit him in the back, and you definitely see it hit, and he registers the hit, but he doesn't take time to stop and look.
And so I was like, "We are not trying to hurt you."
For some reason, you think that he's believing you too much.
Can I do a charisma subterfuge?
Sure, difficulty 11.
Yeah. Roll like negative numbers.
Right.
We
Okay.
stopped mathing already.
All right. Walter, you're up.
Oh wow. So I want to burn. God, this is bad. I want to
And I'll
burn
say,
one.
Walter, do me a
celerity.
favor. Before you do anything, I need you to roll a stamina athletics roll, please.
Okay. I now have 2 stamina. Let's do that.
Difficulty is 7.
I better roll fast or else this is gonna get harder and harder. For fuck's sake, I got 1 success total.
Okay. You're still fine. You're still in this fight. But I'll say with your understanding of how you normally fight, you're definitely starting to feel like you're more of a sprinter rather than a marathon runner. Like you're starting to, as this fight is continuing on, you keeping up the stamina to keep going at the same pace you are without there being any penalties to it is becoming more and more difficult for you. You're feeling that drain, that sluggishness. It's again, you feel the closest thing I could say is with 2 in stamina, you feel average rather than supernatural.
Wow, I already have -3 to this roll. All right. All right. So
You get the idea that basically what I'm saying is you get the idea that however this is going to go, you don't want this combat to drag on.
you're right. Well, that's why we're doing this. I want to burn one celerity.
Okay.
I want to move up behind him
Okay.
with my normal movement,
That's
and
enough.
I want to hold him lovingly again for the third time with minus one die actually, because reflexive healing. And that's a one. That's also a one. That's another one. Let's see what I get out of this. Okay, those three are negated. I have 3 successes. No, hold on. I have 4 successes. Wow, that would have been such a good roll without the ones.
Let's see how he does.
If he could just not do good, that would be great.
You can roll less dice.
Oh, he is burning blood because he wants to get the hell out of here.
He's not the only one who can burn blood. Turns out.
All right, what was your roll, Walter?
I got 4 successes on hold.
Okay. He got 5, so just you get a whole bunch of pant leg and you get no purchase on him.
All right.
Now you did burn
Now
another celerity, so
I'm gonna roll another hold.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. No matter what you say. However, my question to you is he going to get another dodge roll? Because essentially the Dex Athletics roll is like a dodge roll from the hold.
I believe by the standard of it, because that's what determines the success rate of the it's again
Yep.
it's a contested roll, because even if the person isn't moving, it's they're pushing and shoving, trying to get that you can't like get a hold of them.
Okay, so Walter doesn't think this guy's like a sitting duck. He's still going to resist.
Yes.
And thus, Walter is going to burn 1 more blood in potence.
Okay. How low is Walter going right now?
Really fucking low, Sean.
He is the limbo champion of blood.
Extraordinarily low, actually.
Oh boy! And we're in a place full of humans.
This place is just full of blood.
It's fine. No one's run in panic from me starting to shoot or anything.
Well,
well,
that was necking in private.
Funny you should say something like that. All right. Strength brawl? Question mark.
Yes.
Oh, that's cocked. This new thing like cocks the dice a lot more than my old hexagonal thing did. 1, 2, 3, 7, because 4 automatic successes.
He rolled a couple of ones this time, so this time you grab him again for the third time.
I'm going to try my best to get his arms, both of them.
Okay. I'll say you come up from behind and just kind of like bear hug him from behind to grab both his arms.
Yeah. All right.
Wea, you're up.
12 more spaces.
Flap for your life.
Flap like you've never flapped before.
There, you are now ahead of Atris.
I am Speed Allen. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. It is now Mr. White's turn.
He needs to stop having those.
Who he is grappled from behind.
Giggity.
There's a predatory owl dive bombing towards him.
Right. My one weakness, owls.
There's a man with a calming southern accent who says, "We're not trying to hurt you," who keeps shooting him.
Right.
He had invisible assassin coming.
Some blind chick is weirdly.
Really interested in what's going
Stumbling
on.
very aggressively in his direction.
Stumbling with purpose.
Stumbling with style.
Yes. All right. He might have to switch tactics here.
Alas.
No, he's pretty much a lad.
But is he a lad in?
It's
I went too far, didn't I? Just a hair.
Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Okay.
It is a bad idea.
oh yeah, that's a terrible idea.
No.
No one would do that.
Let's just hope whatever it is, he fails.
Send a willpower point.
Would you stop moving? I can't shoot you.
I
Hey.
swear, Sean, if he vanishes from the mind's eye, I'm going to
Nope.
stand here confused.
So 2 gunshots have run out. As people, you are now starting to hear people scream. You're hearing shuffling happening from downstairs. As you hear people running up, and he glances kind of behind both him and your shoulder to where the stairs are. As his form starts to shimmer in front of you, and you see someone that looks like one of the waitresses standing there. Help! Help! They're trying to attack me! Please, someone help me! As you hear from the stairs, unhand that woman! As you hear gruff voices from behind you shouting out.
It's okay, the stairs are far.
Do you shout that out loud?
I will on my turn.
Good luck trying to reach us, no celerity.
Puny.
Does she shout that?
We're gonna say 1.
Why are they the color of Atris?
I've been cloud.
All the aitresses arrive.
We've got Atris,
You're all fucked.
Deetris.
And Bob.
Deetris is just redundant.
Atris,
Etris,
Beatrice,
Itis,
Cetrus, and Bob.
Utris, Otris, Utris.
Utris is a person called Utris?
I just replacing Atris' first letter with vowels.
Okay.
Oh boy, so many Tibetans.
All right. That was 1 turn from the... And now another contested strength roll.
Oh, he burns some more celerity?
Yeah.
Or whatever?
Yeah.
All right, I'm
He
rolling
is-
strength.
He is trying to get out of here with everything in his...
Did I burn a strength for potence? I think I did.
You did.
I think
you
I
did.
did. Oh, that's a good sign. Okay. All right. It's not good for him. Ooh, this really ain't good for him. That rolled into 1. 7 plus. It's just 7.
Okay, yeah, no. It's definitely a struggle. You definitely feel his strength increasing. So you get the idea that maybe he has the same idea of he is spending blood left and right trying to
He doesn't
Yeah.
want to be here with me, close to me.
but you're able to still hold on and not let him go, but it's definitely a struggle. And right now, struggling is difficult for you. All right.
Or her,
Hmm?
or her,
For
whatever.
them, we're slim. We're slee.
So that was Mr.
Mhm.
White's turn. Adele, it is your turn again.
I'm sure I can assume he's pulling some shit.
You said shuriken.
Um. Yeah, I'm gonna get even closer and oh, sure. What do I want to do? So I'm sure I can tell based on like what I just heard that he basically shifted.
I'll say give me a
I can
wits.
Deduce.
Yeah, give me a wits plus occult roll.
Yeah, did he shout that in a feminine voice?
A very feminine voice.
Oh, so someone got more than 3 successes.
Standard?
Yes.
I just imagine this dainty little woman going, "Hey, they got me."
Ooh. Yeah, I got 5.
I'll say yes. You've been around enough kindred in your time between Patrick and Reggie and Atris and others that given the placement of where the scuffle is happening and just logic dictating that I don't think Walter would be assaulting a random waitress,
Right.
you get the idea that especially as this person is of the same clan as Atris and Patrick, who you've seen change their appearance in the past,
Right.
that they are in the failure to be able to run away and escape. They are now trying to make it awkward for you guys, as it looks like you guys are now assailing an innocent.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have the visual in your mind of remembering what Walter looks like and go, oh, it now looks like this rough and tough cowboy is sitting there like beating up on a girl.
Right.
Not great optics.
Have an image problem.
You may have to go on a PR mission.
This might be. I don't know. Oh, okay. I don't really know what else I can do at the moment. Being blind is bullshit.
Let's go sell Lupe and get your sight back.
Right?
I mean, all you have to do is wait a week for Rachel to appear.
I know. Rebecca?
That one.
Rebecca?
Rebecca. Oh.
Becca.
It's an R name.
Yeah, I just son of a. Yeah, she's basic. I'm just basically gonna be like, son of a changing, god dang.
Adelkai has this moment of, wait, he's playing the damsel in distress. That's my move.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, now what am I supposed to do? Yeah.
they stole my bit. All right.
Rude.
Atris, you're up.
All right. She's gonna burn one more point for celerity just to make sure she doesn't have action to do this. She's gonna continue to move forward. She would like to draw her crossbow out and use Scorpion's touch on one of her crossbow bolts. So I'll go ahead and make that roll. I have to make a willpower roll, difficulty 6.
And is it just the roll, or do you have to spend something too? Is it in a blood expenditure?
I do have to spend at least 1 blood point along with the willpower roll. So I got 2 successes on that roll. And I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 blood point in because that's all I can do. So I spend total 3 blood points for celerity, 1 for Scorpion Touch, and 1 to enchant my bolt for 1 point.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Now they are currently grappled, so this is going to be a higher difficulty rating. So you went ahead and you moved the 7 spaces forward. So that was your movement. You're spending your first action on the crossbow bolt shot. So that is a Dex plus melee firearms roll.
You just have to make sure the first one you hit is him, not me.
I am going to spend 2 willpower just to make sure I hit him.
And it is difficulty 8.
Difficulty 8, so it's Dex plus firearms.
Join us next week where we tell you what willpower can do for you.
Make sure I got the right amount of dice here. All right. 1, 2. All right, 2 more successes on that, so that'll be 4 successes.
Okay. He can't dodge, so go ahead and make your damage roll.
Oh, the successes.
And you said it was 2 successes. You said 4 successes?
Yeah, so it's 2 with willpower and 2 on the roll.
Okay, so that's damage plus 3 dice. So go ahead and roll.
1, 2. Holy crap. 3 7s and 2 10s. Oh my god. Okay, so 6 successes.
6 successes. Okay.
On a crossbow bolt.
With the touch of a scorpion in it.
Yeah,
Ooh.
let's see if he can go ahead and roll for he's gonna roll his stamina plus fortitude, which he has no fortitude.
Wow, must suck. Maybe he should be a 6 spur.
We do need a 6 member.
You would get it eventually.
Okay, so he got 3 successes on that. So you don't see the black veins come out from the scorpion's touch. However, at 6 successes, oh boy. Okay, he's going to spend what blood he can to reflexively heal that.
Got him pretty good.
Yeah.
What does Atris see?
There's you as a trained assassin have kind of been in these situations where you wait for the right opportunity, and just as the struggling is happening, there's just enough of the shoulder that appears. You take your shot, bam, right where the shoulder meets the neck, and you land that bolt in as it pierces through the other side. And they let out a pretty bad yell, and I'm gonna make them make a self-control. Oh no, a manipulation plus performance to
That's
hold.
very different from.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing if they hold on to their look.
Their visage.
Oh.
They do. So
Even-
visually,
Ah,
this
so-
small waitress is being manhandled by this cowboy as suddenly and you were obfuscated. So appearing
Yep,
out of
so I
nowhere,
yep.
this female assassin appears, levies a crossbow, shoots it, and pierces the flesh of this waitress as you hear from behind you, what the hell? I'm gonna have to make them all make a courage roll because these are just local yokels.
Oh my
I
god.
hope they fail and run away.
Oh my god.
We can never come back here again.
No plan.
You know, the masquerade is doing very well right now.
I have not done a goddamn thing.
Hey, I'm a fucking owl.
Well, that's what's important. Okay.
I was invisible up
Okay.
until this point.
One of them just starts going,
Nope.
and starts just backing away down the stairs. The other one who botched his roll goes, it's the ghost, and starts screaming as he comes running down the stairs.
Oh my god. Oh, this reaction, I love it.
Thus, the lady in red of the Lonely Coyote, the myth has been born. And he goes down. Well,
woman,
the
the
other
myth, the
guy was
legend.
just kind of slowly, like, rubbing his eyes and going, you know what? Nope, never mind. The other guy is literally just hauling ass and running as fast as he possibly can out of this building and perhaps out of this town. Okay, that was Atris's turn.
Ooh,
I
doggy.
loved it.
Liam, it is your turn.
Okay, so my movement is currently 7. Do I have enough movement to get next to him?
Oh.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do that. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to rifle through my satchel. And I love my inventory because it's the most wonderful thing in the world. And I'm going to pull out one of those vials of holy water that I've had from San Miguel.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Wow, it's been a long time coming.
Lay the
This
law.
is so much fun.
Oh.
Fucking
Oh.
Now,
And I was just happy I got to stretch out my crossbow.
I said we weren't trying to hurt you. But it seems you are leaving us with very little sort of options here. I'm going to have to hurt you just a little bit. And since Walter's holding him and he can't dodge, I'm just going to open up the vial and pour on exposed skin.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, this one's
Yes,
gonna hurt.
literally, Sean.
Now, this woman is an unholy demon, and if she screams or if it burns, it is proof of her unrighteousness and her devilness.
Oh,
Oh,
now you have
God.
your charisma plus subterfuge. But no,
Performance?
Oh, Liam is a televangelist now.
Oh, God.
no.
Performance?
Charisma plus performance.
I have those things.
As usual, I'm useless.
Subtle for this.
Now, demon, be gone.
I mean, you're here. You have abilities.
Sean,
Yeah.
Sean,
Yeah.
I got well, I have to re-roll 2 of these.
Pray they don't re-roll into ones.
Nope. I got 4 successes.
Okay. Got me scared for a moment.
Okay. In your most righteous and holy theory, you
Now, y'all, the good Lord has done come down into me, and he has told me that this woman has the devil in her, and me, as a U.S. Marshal, have been tasked with burning the demon out of her.
Wow.
give me a wits plus academics. Because of your successes, I'm gonna say difficulty standard. Only standard. You don't because you don't speak Latin, correct?
No.
So I'm gonna give you
But I do speak Spanish and French, so I have Latin.
I'm just gonna say that it's standard difficulty. Basically, your successes of your performance are balancing out the fact that you don't speak Latin.
Sadly, I don't think any of us speak Latin. Kind of had nothing for that.
That is and that one didn't roll at all. It's just 1 success on that.
Did
Okay,
Patrick speak Latin?
So you start remembering like little snippets here and there from your religious classes. You're saying you are just saying different jumble of words together.
Espiritu Santo, hijo de tu puta chingado tu madre. La
As
bamba.
these guys stop in their tracks and are just kind of
We are
staring
freaking you the fuck out.
at this scene that is playing out in front of them, and you see one of them make the sign of the cross across himself.
Yes, sir. Help! All of your faith shall
Okay, did I give you stats for that vial of?
You didn't. It was like a standard vial that I had 2. So it was a standard vial that I just filled
Go
up.
ahead and well, they take 2 ag of unsoakable damage.
Oh boy.
You guys didn't botch.
Walter is. So am I.
Yeah, as you pour this stuff now. It is water, so Walter, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give me a Dex plus Athletics roll, please.
Oh, for
I'm
fuck's
being
sake.
careful enough to not pour it on him, and I got 4
Yes, but sir, it is water. Water does not.
But also, wouldn't he have made such a
Water.
theatric about the vial of holy water that Walter would have
Which is why, even while grappled, I'm saying that he's getting a chance to make this roll.
Water.
Okay, fine.
Water.
It's not like if I just chucked it at them without saying anything.
Right. If you just chucked it at him, he wouldn't get to roll.
1. Hold on.
I love my inventory. This is why I wanted all my crap back.
Minus 3 ones. 5.
You see it, no problem. You kind of shift your hold such to make sure that none of that gets on you. Because
Don't want that on me.
Because
You back up.
that,
Nope.
you remember that doctor in the catacombs of San Miguel.
Yeah, he fucked me up, Sean. Walter did not have a good time with the holy water.
Yeah, and this one, yeah, they fail. The image drops as they revert to how they looked before, and is just screaming as the flesh is bubbling and sizzling across their neck and shoulder, and it looks like the worst 3rd-degree burn as the flesh is moving across. They're currently at crippled, and I have a -5 dice penalty.
And I just end my turn by saying, "Now I have another one of these if you would like to not calm down."
Okay. I was at the top of the turn going to go ahead and roll for the other gentleman approaching, but this one is backing away. This one has run out of the thing. And you are sitting there silently saying what they remember in their catechism class.
I have come.
So that kind of negates their need to be involved in this shindig. Walter, it is your turn. Between the pierced shoulder of the crossbow bolt, the bubbling flesh, this guy's looking pretty worse for wear.
You want to come and talk instead of fighting this out?
I don't think I have much of a choice.
That's a good lad.
Well, let's just hope this.
See, I learned that lad. That word, lad. Yeah. Walter's dragging him. I'm gonna drag him toward a curtained room. The closest curtained room that looks empty, if I can tell.
Talk.
I mean, the closest one is going to be like right over here-ish.
Yeah. So, this is really silly. If I can't tell that it's empty, then I might just keep going to where he was.
No, it's open. The curtains are drawn back and everything else, so you can tell it's open.
Yeah, there were only 3 meetings for midnight, and we cased them all.
I drag him.
I would hope the floor would be pretty much empty by this point, with scaring everyone off. I would hope, at least.
Especially now.
All right, that is Walter's turn. Wea.
I will follow my cowboy companion. You guys really carried this interaction. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you're at least now over the first floor drop, and you're now here.
You didn't burn any owl celerity.
I really don't have that opportunity without dropping below half, which I don't want to do.
Ooh, that makes sense.
So
been past that threshold long ago.
Yeah, I'm slow rolling this one, guys. Sorry, I'll get there eventually, and I'll pass.
Okay.
This was only made possible because Walter was able to hold it.
I'm actually going to say for right now, I'm going to say we can go ahead and drop out of combat because at this point, the guy has assessed his odds and they're not really in his favor at this point. Running didn't work, fighting didn't work, and calling in the cavalry to help him didn't work. So,
and a televangelist was born.
Now, you all know that
literally,
really, until you came across the Inquisition, you had heard rumors about holy water, but like for most of you, you figured it was just kind of like crosses and crucifixes. It's something that humans think affects vampires, but it doesn't really, and you guys find it kind of funny. So you know that this guy is probably wondering what the hell it is that you just poured on him, because it's not widely known to vampires that, you know, true faith actually exists and does anything.
Oh, wow.
Be in for a lesson.
Like, you're talking about a very small percentile of vampires that have come across humans with this gift. And so for the most part, all the things that normally work on vampires, short of like staking fire and the sunlight, is all just mumbo jumbo that humans have come up with. And you're like, oh yeah, that cross. Oh no, not that. You know, like to throw off actual vampire hunters. So, okay, you drag him into this booth. Walter, what do you do with him when you drag him in there?
I'm going to sit on the outside of the booth and put him on the wall side of the
booth. He's
booth.
kind of like, he doesn't know which shoulder to like grab, the one that's like almost melted off or the one that has a crossbow bolt sticking through it. He's definitely looking, I'd say, at crippled. Neither of his arms are really working. You get the idea that his legs work, but both of his arms are kind of just like limply hanging at his side.
Now, for brevity's sake, can we just say that we all make it into that room?
I'd say if that's the direction that everyone is heading, then absolutely.
Yes, Atrix will want to be there. She likely would want to rearm her crossbow and then just kind of stand guard outside.
Okay, Wea, what are you doing?
I am flying inside to be covered by the curtains.
Okay.
Or just so there's nobody else around, right? It's just us for right now.
Correct.
I think I'm gonna shift back. Well, it's gonna take me a while. It's gonna take about 18 seconds.
I mean, now that we're out of combat, that's not as much of a problem.
Okay. Well, then
Just
I switch back.
Just a giant Native American man appears.
Oh.
You grow out of the floor in this little booth.
Yeah, that's about the side room. So I'd say you guys are all just kind of, he's here.
And after that,
there's his good buddy right next to him in that booth.
And after that, I'll guard the door with
Okay.
Atrix to make sure nobody intrudes on our meeting.
I'm just going to take the briefcase. I'm assuming there's like a little table and that like...
there is.
Open it up, start filling out the documents. Now, my apologies. This was not supposed to be an unpleasant interaction.
You could have fooled me.
Would have been a lot easier if you just met up with your mark there.
When someone shows up who's not meant to be here, I know that there are people looking for me.
Sounds like you already knew.
Well, now, I'm going to make an assertion. You're welcome to confirm or deny, but are you Kasim Bayar?
He sits there.
And I kind of shake the other vial that I have.
Go ahead and make a manipulation plus intimidation roll. Difficulty 5.
Not very difficult.
Or my Gertie's his pants. If he could. 5 successes.
He kind of looks kind of wide-eyed at the vial, and he that is my name, yes.
Now, so our group here are not necessarily here with the intentions of ending your own life. We seem to have a common associate who you recently have been betraying. And I just kind of flashed the golden goose pin.
If you look, give me everyone at the table go ahead except for Adele because you can't see anything. Go ahead and give me a perception plus empathy roll.
Oh boy.
1, 2. 2 successes.
Okay.
1.
1. Okay.
5.
Wow. Okay.
I'm right next to him. Maybe that makes sense.
You're very empathetic.
Walters tries to be.
How much, Wea?
4.
Okay, I'll say Wea and Walter, you're really watching this guy, make sure he doesn't try anything funny. and you're watching his eyes. Liam, you're just a little bit too. I'm so clever.
Wow.
The summary of the
Typical.
entire campaign.
But if he, as scared as this guy looked when Liam shook that other vial of holy water at him, flashing the golden goose pin made him look terrified. Like he is abject fear, and the only thing that is keeping him from running again is the fact that you guys have him boxed in again.
Would you say he looks pale?
If a vampire could pale more than they already are,
As he pale in comparison.
Oh boy. Yeah, so I noticed this as well. So you been on his bad side? Walter's gonna turn his face to him and say that.
would not be if I wasn't.
Now, we have been asked kindly, merely to do a favor for our mutual acquaintance here. Now, our objective is by no means to hand over a bag of dust that once used to be you. We're merely asked to provide proof of your wrongdoings. And I start kind of like throwing out the documents on the table and whatnot. I don't actually know what they are. I didn't bother to look at them.
You put him down masterfully.
Yeah, pretty much.
Death would be preferable to handing him to me.
Well, now, see, that's where you might come in handy. We have very quickly found out that you have been a thorn in very many sides, including of the associates of the young lady in red here. And I'm pointing at Atris.
Walter actually goes wide-eyed and looks at Atris. Looks from Liam to Atris.
High or low, Atris?
Hi.
He looks at her and goes, am I supposed to know this woman?
Now you may not know her, but and pardon my not French, because that I do speak fluently. But the Abara Hakim.
That's what. Yes.
You know of Abara Hakim.
Well, see,
Oh.
they made us an interesting offer, but they seem to be far more interested in your end than we are. But in addition to that, tall, dark-haired gentleman, very handy with a coin or two, also seems to be very interested in your pain and suffering. So I'm asking you, what are we to do with you?
What is it you want?
I merely want to fulfill my end of the bargain and provide some sort of proof to finish my deal.
That is not much incentive for me to cooperate.
Could you?
We could put it to you this way. What is your incentive to live?
If my options are being handed over to the Bara Hakim or to be handed over to Mr. Black, I'd prefer death. But you all seem like business people. Perhaps I can make you an offer that would be better.
Seems to me you got here by offering too many business deals. And seems to me we're neither Mr. Black nor your Bar Hakeem friends. So let's hear it.
Very well. What is it you're interested in? Everyone has a price. What would it be worth to you to let me go and say that you did not find me?
Walter looks straight to Liam.
Well, now, if we say we didn't find you, that would just make us look like we're the ones who can't finish a job. But again, nothing said we had to turn you over, just that we had to provide some proof of your dealings. Now, I'm bringing these to your attention, and I kind of start shuffling the documents. I want to know what these mean to Mr. Black's organization, the Golden Goose, for you.
They are business deals. They are information before it becomes known to the public. I was able to coerce this information from certain people. They were to deliver them to me, and then I was to give them to a buyer.
Now, see, that is an impressive price. The name of your buyer.
That is easy enough to do. I give you this name and you allow me to walk away.
Anyone else have any objections?
I have a question.
No,
What was that, Wea?
I have a question for the gentleman.
Okay.
Or I guess, yeah, anyway. Wade's going to say, so just information? You don't deal with anything else?
I deal in many things depending on what is needed. I have stayed alive this long by making myself very useful to a multitude of different buyers.
Did you know that what was on the train that arrived a little bit later tonight? A little bit earlier tonight?
Which train? Oh, the one that earlier tonight? I assume the regular cargo.
So you have no knowledge of what was on that train with the associate where we found all these papers?
I knew the two gentlemen were arriving on the train to hand me these documents. Beyond this, I am not aware of what was on the train.
And do you have any idea why people's husbands are missing from this place?
Ah, that is a very interesting question. I might be able to tell you that, but that is very valuable information. If I tell you this, I need some assurance that that will ensure my freedom.
I look at Liam.
You're not the only one who knows this. There's a lot of husbands and men missing.
My friend, I guarantee you that there are many people who know that there is a problem, but very few people have the right answer.
Walter cocks his head and says nothing.
Go ahead, everyone, give me a perception plus alertness roll. Difficulty is 7 for everyone except for people that have something that helps their hearing.
Atris got 6 successes.
Fuck me.
Awesome.
0.
3
Sorry.
8, 2 7s, and a 10.
You're all looking to beat 3 successes,
I
essentially.
only got 3.
Alertness?
Yes.
I only got 3.
Okay.
3.
3 is good.
3.
I think Sean said we have to beat 3.
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't rolling 3 beat 3?
No, unfortunately, you can't beat a 3 with a 3.
Hold on, give me a second.
Oh.
You got to roll a 4 or higher, essentially.
Yeah.
4 successes or
Um,
higher.
How does 6 do?
It does as well as
Same as
Atris.
me.
So,
Females are perceptive as.
so ladies of the group are listening now. Luckily, you guys are all kind of close to where the balcony is that leads out and is right above the door that's the entrance to this place. As you're hearing raised voices from outside, and as you hear the raised voices, you kind of fade your focus out of attention from what's happening right in front of you to listen to outside. and you hear a guy's voice. They're in there. I think. Watch out for the ghost. There's a horrible ghost in there, but some kind of commotion, gunshots, and an exorcism, and things like that. It's the devil's work. All right, Henry. All right. Maybe you should lay off the whiskey just a little bit. We'll go in, take a look, and see what's going on. And you hear the front doors swing open.
Oh, gentlemen, we may want to speed up this meeting. I believe we are going to have company soon.
Yeah, sure. We got the company we want, but I think we're going to cut this one short.
Yeah, there is a balcony out there out front that someone was planning to jump through earlier. We could all do that.
Run now. That will save your necks.
I don't think it's our necks that need saving.
Very well.
Yeah, no,
Ensure
mine's
that you
pretty
let
comfortable here.
me get up, ensure that I can leave, and I will tell you what you need to know about the missing people.
All right, break to the outside then.
Ooh, Walter sitting in the way of this guy getting out of the booth just locks eyes with Liam and waits.
Oh, well. I think the balcony is going to be our best bet for right now. But I'm very interested in what you have to say.
All right. Listen, we don't have much time. Time is of the essence, and time is what this is about.
No, time is what you put on your steak when you are cooking it.
This is not the time for jokes. He could be here at any moment. Listen, have you met the well-dressed man, the one that was at the poker tables earlier tonight?
Yes, he is one of the few that has a very vested interest in your pain and suffering.
I'm sure he would, given what I have stolen from him. But listen, he gambles with more than just cards and money. Those are trivial things for mortals. You know of his organization. You know of whom he belongs to.
Oh, I think we have that part covered.
Well, those who are stupid enough to bet more than they can part with, things that they don't realize are true. You realize what the true currency of his group is, what they are truly trying to do.
What's this have to do with the missing gentleman?
It has everything to do with this. They are ones who lost their bet.
Are you
Or some who won. Some.
Are you insinuating that these gentlemen may have bet their remaining time?
You don't understand. It is true that such a thing could happen. And those who are gone either lost or perhaps they won and are enjoying something new.
Okay, so we're looking for Eugene, the young man with the whore tattoo.
That's just.
And the thing is, they don't even realize that win or lose, the organization wins, for what they are truly trying to build is
I do not speak Latin.
He slows down. Oh no! As from behind you hear ting, ting, ting.
Is he flipping a coin?
As you look behind, and the gentleman comes walking up, flipping indeed a poker chip, actually.
Ooh.
Flipping as he walks, holding a pocket watch as he goes and goes. Well then, my new friends, you certainly have found the time to make me smile. And we are going to end it there for tonight.
Cliffhanger. Yeah. That was good. I like that. That was a good episode.
All right, guys. So I think we are going to play again next Friday. I believe everyone said that they are available.
Yeah.
I believe I am. Yeah. Next week is fucked, but I'm sure I'm okay.
Okay, we will try as best we can to go ahead.
And then we're gonna get we're gonna start trying to work together our short little like character intro videos.
Yep. Everyone who's subscribing so far, thank you so much for doing so. Please go ahead, share, subscribe,
like,
and
that those things all actually really increase our exposure. They are, I mean, we're small, but when you watch us, when any single person that you talk to watches us, it helps us a lot more than you think it does. Yeah.
Feel free to comment, ask questions. We will be releasing videos that will give more of a backstory on this universe, a backstory on the players, as well as a backstory on the story before we started recording. So that way, hopefully that'll answer a lot of questions that you've all been having. Thank you so much for sticking with us. And until we see you next week, keep your fangs and your wits sharp. And we hope to see you next week.
Bye.